So in the game, talk about different times of day, breakfast, lunch, etc.
And this will...
Following is a live presentation of CBC Sports.
A former champion and two-time runner-up at the Scott Tournament of Hearts finds herself under the gun heading into Draw 7 in St. John's. Alberta's Cathy King, the 1998 champion, has lost 3 of her first 4, and another loss would make a second trip to the victory podium extremely difficult. Standing in King's way on Draw 7 this afternoon is Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick, who staged dramatic comebacks to win her first 2 games and then gave up a steal in the 10th last night against the Territories for her first loss. So this afternoon on Draw 7, it's 1-3 Cathy King of Alberta against 2-1 Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick. Welcome to St. John's, Newfoundland, and the home of the 2005 Scott Mile 1 Stadium. This afternoon, a critical matchup for a former champion, the 1998 winner, Cathy King of Alberta, with a record of 1-3, as she goes against Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick with a record of 2-1. There was some drama here at Mile 1 Stadium this morning in Draw 6 of the competition, and let's go to videotape and take a look at the game between Heather Strong of Newfoundland and unbeaten Stephanie Lawton of Saskatchewan. With her final stone, Heather Strong tried to hit and roll behind cover, but the stone stayed in the open. A 7-7 tie, and it was an open hit for Stephanie Lawton of Saskatchewan with her final stone to claim the extra and victory by a score of 10-7 and continue with a perfect record, 4 straight wins in the 2005 Scott. In other games, Colleen Jones and Team Canada with a point on the final end for a 9-8 win over Alberta. British Columbia knocked Manitoba from the ranks of the unbeaten, Kelly Scott winning 7-4, and Ontario's Jen Hanna kept Quebec winless with a 7-6 triumph. So these are the standings through 6 draws. Saskatchewan, the only unbeaten team, BC and Manitoba tied for second at 3-1. Well, this afternoon we have Cathy King, and she can ill afford another loss. 4 losses might still be good enough for a tiebreaker, maybe even the playoffs, but she doesn't want to find herself in that position. Joan McCusker and Mike Harris join me once again. Mike, Sandy Comeau looked as though she was going to bring a perfect record into this afternoon's game until the loss last night to the Territories. A come-from-behind win for the Territories.
Well, it's kind of a bit of the medicine she gave to PEI, where she stole 3 coming home to win and gave up a big steal of 2 to the Territories. But this is Sandy Comeau's first test against one of the pre-tournament favorites in Team Alberta, and Sandy and her lead, especially Sandy Prosser, are at the bottom of the standings in terms of percentage. So this is going to be an excellent test to see how they actually stand in this field.
1-3, the record for Cathy King, but she has had 3 tough losses, Joan.
Well, this is a better team than their record indicates. As you said, Don, 2 of those losses came down to the last shot against tough teams. Strong team from top to bottom. They will be able to give New Brunswick all they can handle, although Sandy has been fortunate. Luck is on her side so far at the Scott Tournament of Hearts. We'll see if she makes some saves against Alberta today.
Key matchup, Mike?
Well, I think we're going to look at the skips again. Veteran in Cathy King. She's ranked 3rd right now in terms of percentages. Again, playing very well, but not resulting in victory. And Sandy, even though she's 2-1, is struggling at the bottom of the field among the skips.
Well, we've got New Brunswick and Alberta meeting this afternoon in Draw 7, and we'll be back with the opening rocks right after we pause for these messages.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts on CBC. Brought to you by Scott Paper Limited and its family of quality paper products.
They say football is a game of inches. I wish we had inches.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts, proud sponsor of women's curling for 24 years.
As official supplier to Curling Season of Champions, True Value Hardware presents quality products for your house. Our own Master Mechanic brand is made to last. All hand tools have a lifetime guarantee on workmanship and material. Master Mechanic, your purchase of a lifetime. True Value, around the corner from your house.
The Strauss Canada Cup of Curling in Kamloops is all about one thing: gold. Teams who have not yet qualified for the Canadian Curling Trials this December in Halifax will be going hard for one of the few remaining spots. Those teams which already own one of those coveted berths will want to have a say in who does or doesn't get one. Could be one of the most interesting events of the year. Got your tickets yet?
Hey, so what do you want to do for lunch?
Thinking soup.
Or sandwich?
Sandwich, that's good.
No. That's not enough. You boys must have proper lunch. Hearty soup and sandwich together. That's proper lunch, okay?
It's the complete lunch that satisfies.
So, soup and sandwich at Tim's?
Sounds good.
Tim Hortons ham and Swiss sandwich on a toasted bun. And our new creamy field mushroom soup in a combo, just $6.49.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts on CBC. Brought to you by Tim Hortons, toasted ham and Swiss and soup combo. By the original Strauss Heart Drops, trust the tradition. And by Ford, built for life in Canada.
Where the river meets the ocean about 30 kilometers from St. John's, a spray of mist flies into the air. No mist inside Mile 1 Stadium as we get set for Draw 7. It's Alberta against New Brunswick. We talked about 4 losses, perhaps getting into a playoff or even a tiebreaker, but that's not a chance Cathy King wants to take.
Well, you don't want your back against the wall so early in the tournament. If she gets to 4 losses, obviously in a must-win situation for the rest of the tournament, arguably she's in that position already with 3 losses. There have been Scott Tournament of Hearts where that was too many as well. So definitely wanting to make good on some of these games. They've played well enough to win, but up against tough shot making by oppositions and coming up with losses that were surprising.
Well, maybe a good omen for Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick, the fact that her 2 wins have come when she has not had hammer. She doesn't have last rock to start this game against Cathy King of Alberta.
We'll see Cathy King in the house after New Brunswick throwing rock into the top of the 4-foot, throwing up a corner guard. And Cathy will get some rocks in play.
Well, Cathy feels that they have definitely played well enough to win, losing all 3 of their games on last rock.
Is it in? Yeah, it is. No.
Okay. Well, the game we televised earlier this week against British Columbia, they certainly had their chances, and it was actually just poor execution on Cathy's part. Really, she's the one who struggled mostly in that game, in that loss to British Columbia. But I said Sandy Comeau and her team have victories against Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia so far, and again, those were not any of the favorites coming in. This is their first real test of up against one of the big teams, one of the big names in Canadian women's curling.
And great to see early in this game the offensive call by Cathy King. And a message there, really. When you call offensively early in a game like this, you've got a lot of confidence that your teammates, your front end, can out-curl the opposition. They need to prove that.
Cathy King does have an impressive record. She won the championship in 1998, and she has twice been a runner-up, losing the 1999 final to Colleen Jones and the 1995 final to Connie Laliberti of Manitoba.
Completely different team, though. These are 3 different teammates, and they have proved themselves earlier this season through the competitive Bondsfield circuit by winning a lot of money. So this is a strong team.
Well, Cathy said she was looking forward to participating in the Scott with 3 rookies. She had said, I'm making my first trip ever to Newfoundland. She says, I'm looking forward to going there. I hope I come home with the big prize.
Control. Yep. Yep. Hard. Hurry hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hurry hard. Hard, 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 hard. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Okay. Good. It's gotta go.
Just group those rocks together. Pretty easy double here for Raylene Rock.
Yeah. Normal.
Raylene has twice been a provincial junior champion in Alberta in 1986 and 1987.
Control. Whoa. Yep. Yep. Hard. Quick. Whoa. Great shot. Great shot.
Both yellow stones go out.
Great shot. That's a great throw.
Do you think Raylene and husband Marcel compare technique?
Control.
Think they watch videotape and critique each other's styles?
Well, I think you got to be careful in that situation. Not that I'm speaking from experience or anything, but definitely it's great to have a partner that is also knowledgeable in the sport and would understand your frustration when you're not playing well. And know the timing of when you reach out and say, here's why I think you're not playing well, or when you just nod your head and go, I feel bad for you.
Well, I threw that at you because your husband Brian has been a prior competitor.
But yeah, I think I know when I've been struggling in the past, and I bet you Raylene and Marcel do the same thing, that sometimes you say, can you come out and practice with me and throw the rock, watch what I'm doing and see if you see anything. It may just be a bad streak I'm on, or maybe I'm doing something I'm not picking up technically. So they do also have 2 small children. So getting out practicing together is very difficult. So sometimes you're asking your partner not to help you practice, but to say, stay at home with the kids while I go find somebody else to watch me throw.
Whoa. Whoa, never, never, never.
This needs to move a little.
Okay, Stacey.
Stacy Leger gets just enough of it to roll it out of the rings, and the shooter also rolls out.
Okay, you got it.
Yesterday I was talking about the number of teams that have coaches that are the father of one of the players. And this is one team we just got to look at. Lori Armistead, her maiden name is Lori Olson, and it's her father, Randy, that is the coach of this team.
Great sweep.
And Lori is also a former Alberta junior champion, winning that title in 92, 95, and 1997.
So you want this? Just what you threw.
Two amazing comebacks in the first 2 games for this team from New Brunswick, stealing 3 on the 10th end after trailing Prince Edward Island 6-1 after 6 for an 8-7 win.
Hard, guys, hard, hard, hard.
They were down 5-2 to Kay Zink of Nova Scotia after 5, and they wound up stealing 4 on the last end for a 12-7 win.
Throws. It's a little up on the first one, that's all.
And as I said in the opening, sometimes that has a lot to do with luck, but it also has something to do with stick-with-itness, and that is they never give up in these games. You can count on this New Brunswick team to stick in the game, keep trying, keep throwing rocks in there, taking chances, and looking for that opportunity to stay in the game.
Nice. Okay. Girl. Job. That's your normal there.
Yes, they have certainly persevered. But Sandy was joking after her loss to the Territories, saying, I thought we were in an uncomfortable position being ahead in the game.
That's right. Well, they gave up 3 in the 9th and then a steal of 2 and 10 to lose that game. So, you know, as good as it was the first couple of draws, it was really deflating for them, or could have been deflating for them. I mean, when you're a curler in a long round robin, you always say the breaks even out, and I think in this case they have. With her team, 2-1 again is a good result though for this team after the opening weekend. And if you get on a roll, that's all it takes. You know, you just got to get going the right direction in a round robin, and you know, you reel off a few wins, get a couple maybe you shouldn't, and then all of a sudden you're in the playoffs. And that's what New Brunswick's hoping to do here, trying to continue that positive energy after the opening weekend.
And Sandy is no rookie to the Scotch Tournament of Hearts. She played in 1993. She played second for Nancy McConnery for New Brunswick. She's been here before. She's been in playdowns before. She's played in a lot of bonspiels locally in New Brunswick. She's a player. She knows how to throw the rock and make a lot of shots.
It's up. Clean! Whoa! Peel! Whoa, then, whoa. Whoa. Okay, Good call, Ray.
Cathy King hits and rolls out. So let's check the scores involving games. New Brunswick against Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, and the Territories. 8-7 the win, 12-7 the win, and the 8-7 loss last night. And she was talking about that loss, and if you saw the final couple of ends of that game, as we brought it to you on the score last night, 5 perfect guards by Carrie Cooey and her Territories rink on the last end for the steal.
Oh, they really put it to Sandy Comeau. Wasn't a lot of opportunity for New Brunswick in the last end, because the Territories certainly put a lot of pressure on her team. It was in the 9th end that Sandy Comeau's team had some big misses that caused them some trouble.
No. Good judge, guys. Good throw, Sandy.
Sit.
This way, Sam.
Sit. Thanks.
See Laura Armistead having the broom down. Cathy King's already in the hack in an effort to save some time early in the end. Simple end, so Cathy didn't even bother going down. She knew what her last shot was going to be. We've seen a couple of teams get very, very tight on time. It's only 73 minutes.
Yep, all the way, guys.
For the 10 ends with 2 timeouts.
Twice the Territories has had the clock as a problem.
Right up. Take the roll, Ray. Right over. All the way out.
Will it go all the way? It's going to hang at the back of the 8-foot. So with final stone of end number 1, Cathy King and Alberta are first on the board. King looking for her second win of the competition, leading New Brunswick 1-0.
Ever notice the way guys love to use their Karcher? Is it because of Karcher's German engineering, incredible features, exceptional styling? It's because Karcher really cleans. Karcher invented the first household pressure washer and sells more of them worldwide than anybody else. Karcher is also the world leader in commercial and industrial cleaning equipment. Everyone loves their Karcher. Can you blame them? Trust Karcher. You'll look for things to clean.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end.
We tried it. You should try it.
Now we do it together.
Get out.
Go curling.
It's so much fun!
Meet between the sheets. Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end.
Come play.
Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get off your butt and go curling!
The engineers at Ford didn't just make a new spark plug. They made a new 5.4-liter, 300-horsepower Triton engine, delivering 80% of its torque at 1,000 RPM to go with that new spark plug. We keep thinking about tough because we want you to drive a Ford.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts is coming to London's John Labatt Centre next February, and full event passes are on sale now. For the best seats in the house, you can call toll-free or order online. join us in the Forest City.
Dumping retired Canadian ships onto the foreign shores of third world countries.
It's a money-driven business.
The dangers of stripping these highly toxic ships and the environmental impact. Wednesday at 9 on CBC News, The Fifth Estate.
Tune in for Treasure and Trash.
One of the very earliest automated toys.
This week from Toronto. Yes. Our own Canadian Antiques Roadshow with host Valerie Pringle.
You gotta love the stories.
Wednesday at 8 on CBC Television.
Well, it's been something of a mixed bag as far as weather is concerned today in St. John's. A little fog, a little sunshine, a little snow, and hopefully things will clear off this afternoon. I know that Dave Merklinger, the ice maker, is hoping that he doesn't have any rain to contend with and the problems that it could create for his ice here inside Mile One Stadium.
Well, so far the ice has been excellent. I think last night we had a big crowd and things held up very well with close to a full house.
That was Lindsay Sparks telling Dave Merklinger, the ice maker, I want more curl. Get more curl in this ice. Actually, that is my only complaint. It seems to have straightened up a little bit from the first draw where we saw some big curl. There's a trade-off, though. Trade-off in arena ice is when the ice makers make more curl in the ice, they make the temperature a little bit warmer, and what that causes is fudging down the middle, the slide path late in games. So you can't have one without the other. If you're going to have more curl in the ice, then the curlers are going to complain about the slide path being lost.
The nice thing for the players is there is enough movement to get around just virtually every guard on all the spots in the sheet. And just have to be a little bit aware in certain spots it runs a hair straighter, but that's again part of the game.
Whoa, Bessie. Whoa.
Sandy Comeau throwing up the corner guard as well.
It's good, Sandy.
Here in the second end.
Yeah, it's good. Top 12. Okay.
Sandy Prosser, one of 3 members of the New Brunswick team who live in St. John. Sandy Comeau lives in Moncton.
Okay, top 12. 3, 4. 3. Line's good. Wide open. Line's good now. Still open. 3. Still open. Okay. Yeah, we gotta go. Great sweeping, guys. Nice weight, Trace. That's a great shot, Tracy.
That is a good job of brushing the delivery by Tracy Bush to get into the top of the 12 for Alberta to lie 2.
Okay.
Well, we got a good look at Tracy Bush and Alberta yesterday when we broadcast the game between Alberta and BC. And although Alberta lost, Tracy Bush played 94%. She just looked great. So I think Sandy Prosser is going to have her hands full trying to match up against Tracy Bush.
This stone has to bend if it's going to make contact with the red rock and remove it.
Come on, get up.
The red will hang on the edge of the 12, and the yellow stone will roll to the back of the 12. But I think it is second shot.
Yeah.
It's important that rock stayed in the ring somewhere so that Cathy King, she would have had an opportunity to move that guard out of the way and change the complexion of the end a little bit. So with that stone at the back 12, Alberta's going to have to make a play on it, and then this will give an opportunity for Sandy Comeau to possibly go around that corner guard on her next stone, or perhaps play freeze on one of those stones at the back 12, but certainly give New Brunswick a chance to play an offensive shot on the next one.
Hard! Whoa! Good shot, Ray. Great shot. Great shot, Ray. Ray. That back up? I don't know. I think they just maybe aren't finishing as hard.
Raylene Rock right on target for Alberta to lie 3.
Maybe not. I think that was just a little odd. Yeah.
New Brunswick looking for an in-turn freeze to that stone that Raylene Rock just delivered.
It's good. 8. 8's good. Line's good. Could be 8. Yep. Hard, guys, hard. Right
Good looking shot.
Hard!
Just over curl, just a tiny little bit.
Great weight, though.
Yes. For the second in, that's a wonderful shot.
Do you like the out turn?
Yeah, that's I wouldn't like the out turn here either. This is Ray Lynn calling down. I think maybe just because they just threw the out turn and they know how much it would curl.
Very nice.
Okay, that's good.
And still, Sandy Comeau has that corner guard that she can use. She's looking
coming
at two
here?
anyway, so she might as well go. It's a good call.
Oh, perfect. Well, would have been, yeah. Touch less.
Allison Farrell has the most Scott experience of any member of this New Brunswick team. This is her 5th Scott appearance, previously in 1998, 99, 2001, and 2002.
No line whatsoever. Just tight. 4. Yep. Oh, no line at all. Didn't move. Okay, Al. It's not bad weight, actually.
Yeah, it's a lovely weight. They just misjudged how much that might curl in that spot.
Combination. Just gotta watch that back one.
There is the danger of a jam and trying to drive the Yellowstone out of the rings, the red rock at the back.
It's far enough back, though, that red rock, that it'll be pretty unlucky for it to stick around in the rings.
Yeah! Whoa! Open nose. Whoa, 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 whoa! Nice shot.
Lori Armistead
That a girl.
removes it cleanly, and Alberta
Great
lies
shot.
3.
Sandy Comeau's got a couple of options here. You can make the hit and roll. You might even make the double when you make the hit and roll. And certainly that stone on the far left-hand side of your screen there is may catch the shooter as well. Couple options. Looking for the hit and roll behind the corner guard, though. That's the first call.
She doesn't want to ignore this stone like she did on the other 2 red stones in there because it's in front of the tee line. It's partially blocking the path behind the corner.
For the past 2 years, Stacy Legier has been the New Brunswick mixed champion.
Hard, guys. Hard, 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 hard. Hurry hard. Hurry hard. Hurry hard. Okay. Nope. Good try. You can't really roll this way. You gotta nose or roll here. It's fine. Same weight.
Same weight. So that was good weight?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Request for the same weight
Little more weight.
as last time.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Shot.
And Lori Armistead delivers.
Okay. Great sweep, you guys.
That a girl. Great shot. Shot, sorry.
That a girl. I threw that one a little better. First one wasn't so straight.
Yes! Hard! Hard! Hurry hard! Yep! Yep! Go hard, Allie. Hard!
Still
Whoa!
up.
Whoa!
Right
Whoa!
over, Al.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Sandy.
A double and a roll. That certainly does the job with New Brunswick now lying shot.
Good shot, just overswept a little bit, but it's in a nice spot there for New Brunswick. It is shot stone, and Cathy King will have to make a play on it. And if she does manage to lie to here, the corner guard is available again to New Brunswick. Cathy King will be looking for a hit and roll behind that yellow guard.
But you know, I'm looking ahead to the schedule for Team Alberta. They play Newfoundland, the Territories, Prince Edward Island, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, and Ontario. They've already had 3 tough games against Saskatchewan, still unbeaten, British Columbia, and Team Canada.
Whoa! Whoa!
Again, when you look at the quality of the field, you say, okay, there's say 3 or 4 top contenders. You say, if I can split my games against those guys, beat everybody else, you're gonna have a good record. But she's got her back up against the wall a little bit now because she did lose to all 3 of those teams.
Great shot. Good sweep, Ray.
And you can see the games that are remaining
That's it.
for
Is that what you
Kathy
meant?
King.
Okay.
And what we were talking about
I know
last
they,
night when we
they
watched the
answered.
Yukon
Well,
Northwest Territories beat New Brunswick and Sandy Comeau. We were talking about how in the past that used to be a gimme, playing the Territories, a couple of other teams that were just so skilled players, lacking experience, but not likely to get a lot of wins at the Scott. That is not the case anymore. That Territories team is going to come up and beat some teams. This less experienced New Brunswick team has already shown that they're hanging in there and going to beat some teams. So definitely the field is a lot tighter together, more depth in the last couple of years at the Scott Tournament of Hearts than we've ever seen in the past.
Well, Brenda Nichols of Quebec still looking for the first win, but she's been in every game right to the final zone.
Right, absolutely, and rocks in the 4 foot too. Have rocks that are good enough to win and not. Just incredible shot making here at the Scott.
I mentioned that Sandy Comeau lives in St. John or in Moncton, and she has to commute to St. John every Tuesday to compete with the 3 other members of her team.
That was a good opportunity there for Sandy Comeau. She had a great line on her come around, but slid too deep.
Good try.
One unforced error there from New Brunswick.
Good. Just the hair, right?
Yeah.
Right ice. You got this, Kath.
Even though that stone may be on, there's no way that New Brunswick can remove that red Alberta shot stone and score 2 points. It's covered by the tight red guard, but
the only way is if Alberta was in the top 12 foot and leave a double for Sandy Comeau.
Don't want to stop up there and leave a possible double.
Although when we were watching Sandy last night again against the Territories, we saw that she doesn't normally throw a lot of weight on her hits.
75.
Cathy just like to split the rings here, get those rocks far apart as possible, and force New Brunswick into a decision. Do we play the hit and stay, or do we try to outdraw the Alberta stone?
Lots.
Quite often on our team, we always say, well, if this ends up in the 12 foot, I'll draw. If it ends up in the 8 or 4 foot, I'll hit it. And
right off.
You basically wait until you see what kind of shot you're going to be facing.
Right here. T-line. Right to my broom.
And if I was Cathy King, we often throw it to the
Great
back
weight,
8 foot,
Cathy.
making
Great
the
sweep.
hit and stay a little tougher as well. So.
How'd girl, Kath? Scared me. Lots.
I thought go for the go around. I didn't know we could set her up for a double. So.
I just thought we had hammer.
No, I didn't. I just thought if we completely bury it, because it buries so nice, you know.
Actually, it doesn't.
It
It's
doesn't,
the only
eh?
one that curled there.
Really?
It's hers, yeah.
Okay. No, we don't want to set her up for a double. So.
It's gonna curl here, right?
7.
I got 70.
Sandy Coleman playing the open hit, out-turn hit. We've seen this shot a number of times already in this end. Alberta threw this stone twice, once in the in-turn, once in the out-turn. So Sandy, you have a good idea what this does.
And she must hit and stay, or she will give up a steal of 1, trailing by a score of 1-0.
Whoa. Whoa, never.
Is it up?
Never. Never. Never.
Looked a little
Never,
bit inside
never,
out
never.
on this release. It's taking a long time to try to come back up.
Don't know whether they can save the shooter. No, they can't. So
Okay,
it's going
Sandy.
to be a steal of 1 for Alberta on the second end.
Yeah.
And the team with the 1-3 record has jumped into a 2-0 lead.
The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway.
Wherever business takes you, Best Western is there. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain. Now featuring free high-speed internet access at most hotels. Visit bestwestern.com for locations.
Curling. With every game played, your contact to the world expands. With over 1 million participants utilizing 1,100 clubs across the country, curling is an entertaining, social way to stay active. Play for fun, play to win, or just come out and enjoy the membership benefits. Clubs can be assisted by the Canadian Curling Association's Development Fund, which serves to promote, renovate, and offer advice on operations. Get involved. Join a club near you today. It has lifetime value.
For centuries, the Strauss family harvested herbs throughout Europe. Practicing herbalists, they've been handing their recipes and processes down through the generations. 7th generation herbalist Jim Strauss learned the craft at his grandmother's side, gathering and tasting herbs from the time he could walk. Strauss Herb Company, celebrating their 25th anniversary with 25% off 50 and 100 milliliter bottles of the original Strauss Heart Drops. On sale now at participating health food retailers.
Tim Hortons Briar rolls into Regina next March, but only 2006 full event passes are on sale at the Agrodome box office. And when they're gone, they're gone. On February 24th, you can purchase in person, by phone, or online. So remember, February 24th, 10 a.m.
When we set out to replace cottonelle with an even better cottonelle, we asked women, what could be softer than cotton?
Flannel. Silk.
Cashmere. Oh my. Introducing new cashmere from Cottonelle, now quilted to be irresistibly soft.
Tune in for Treasure and Trash.
One of the very earliest automated toys.
This week from Toronto.
Yes.
Our own Canadian Antiques Roadshow with host Valerie Pringle.
You gotta love the stories.
Wednesday at 8 on CBC Television.
The unbeaten and the winless on sheet C after a first end blank with last rock on end number 2, 4-0. Stephanie Lawton of Saskatchewan with some good brushing from the front end to the shot stone to pick up a pair. And Saskatchewan against 0-3, Rebecca Jean McPhee of Prince Edward Island leading by a score of 2-0. Back to our main game this afternoon, 2-0 Alberta leading against New Brunswick, stealing a point on the second end.
Yep, right in. Hard. Hard, guys. Every inch. That's it.
Great sweep.
And you can see with the 2-point lead, Alberta working very hard to get that rock into the rings. They didn't want to drop it short and give New Brunswick a chance to get around it and generate a couple of points. They want New Brunswick to work hard for their dues.
In previous trips to the Scott, Cathy King has never lost to New Brunswick. She's a perfect 5-0 against New Brunswick. Twice she beat Heidi Hanlon. 3 times she beat Cathy Floyd. This is the first time she has played Sandy Comeau.
Tight. Tight.
Okay, you got it. Give it to us. Yep.
We talked about the commuting that Sandy Comeau was forced to do to join her teammates in St. John. Tracy Bush has a similar problem. She has to drive from Red Deer to Edmonton to play with her teammates out of the Seville Sports Center in Edmonton.
Okay, we're losing line.
Yep. Oh, sorry, guys.
Okay.
That's a great shot.
Nice shot.
Good one. Well, I wish it was a little deeper. A great sweep, guys. That's a good shot, Chase.
Want that or use our corner?
That's good.
That is quite a high guard. This will give New Brunswick an opportunity to play a a freeze, and they don't necessarily have to miss that guard very tightly to get good line for the freeze. They can come by a few inches and still have their stone curl up to the face.
Come 6-7. It's coming now. No, it's gonna bump. It's coming now. No.
So missing the guard by almost a foot.
Whoa, guys. Whoa,
Foot or more, actually.
Whoa. Yep.
Curling up to the face.
Shot, Sandy. Throw, Sandy.
It's a great shot.
You're going the wrong side, Vic. Good shot. Okay, Ray J, you got it. Throw a test. Yeah.
Laurie Armistead and Tracy Bush saying to Raylene Rock,
Okay,
just throw a
two.
toss.
Okay.
We'll take control.
Right to it. Two. Lots of room. Lots of room. Three. Up. 3. Yes, for line. Hard.
Did they wait too long? They get the rub.
Just walk.
Yeah.
Okay, Ray.
There's
Great weight.
just a little
Over
bit
there.
lighter, I think, than what they expected.
You almost picked the rock.
We talk
Okay,
about
Ray.
when we've got the ice conditions that break quite a bit with draw weight, that do all their curling with draw weight. Many times teams in the sweepers will identify where on the ice that the break point is. Where is it that it's going to really start to bust, to start to curl, so that if the skip is yelling down that we've got lots of line, they can make that decision about how much weight it has and when they need to get on it.
Yeah, we'll just stay close on it and keep it clean.
Allison Farrell, the New Brunswick second, certainly capable of making all the shots, as she demonstrated back in 1998 when she won the Ford Hot Shots competition.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
That was a bit of a missed opportunity there for New Brunswick. They had a chance to come down and lie too, and New Brunswick stone is exposed.
Again, a lot of work to try and get past the guard.
No.
They're on the front stone.
Okay, Ray. Okay. Okay, Ray, no problem.
And it appeared that Raylene might have been just a little bit inside the broom, just with Cathy's reaction right out of her hand. And she didn't have the big takeout weight, so you know it was going to finish at the end. So opportunity back to New Brunswick here. Calling to get around that corner guard. They just want to be careful that they don't set up a double off of the open Yellowstone.
9.
Yep.
9.
Yes. Yes. Hard. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard.
Sweeping for a split here.
10. Hard. Hard. Hurry. Whoa. 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 Way over.
You know, that's a great heads-up call.
Guys.
And that was just from the sweepers yelling down that it had lots of weight right out of her hand. Many teams would have left that rock and just did the wishful thinking thing and thinking, oh boy, I don't know where this one's going to go.
Okay, just board here.
Worked out very well, actually. Bumped that stone at the top 8 foot behind the corner guard.
Okay, Laura, you got
and,
it.
no double opportunity here for Alberta.
Well, that's where it's so important, where the person holding the brush makes the call on the sweeping, whether to stick with plan A or go to plan B.
And it all comes from the sweepers communicating the weight to the skip. And I can tell you, standing in the house, it's not enough to hear that the weight's heavy. You need to know how heavy, and again, using the system that they're using, the zones, 8, 9, 10. Sandy Comeau did a great
I just knew it was down. I didn't want to lose it out the other side.
Either that or there.
Was that down? No, you thought it was board? Great sweep.
This way's good. Great sweep, yeah.
Laurie Armistead put her stone after making contact behind cover, the red and yellow rock sitting out in front. But it is second shot.
I don't like this call. This is a very difficult shot to get this to the back and get a second shot or first shot. I like coming around the in turn towards your other yellow stone.
Should be 6.
There's more room to get to a shot stone situation and stay behind cover.
Starting to bend. Okay.
Again, the sweepers, if it's going to stay open, they need to take it back far enough where there's no double.
Want to go? Yep. You want to set up a double. Yep, hard, 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 guys. Hard, 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 hard,
Good
hard.
judge by the sweeping.
All right.
No double there for Alberta.
But it's wide open, and options for hit and rolls are there. And this is what I was talking about. I thought that Sandy Comeau should go over into this side.
Edge to edge. Same weight.
To be able to lie too and not give Alberta a chance to get out of the end.
Okay, easy hit. Yep, yep, yep. Yep. 10. Right up. Hard. Hurry. Hard for the roll. Roll it.
Just a little soft. They were looking for the big roll across towards that other Yellowstone.
That was board. Okay. Good weight. Good sweep.
So the first one to make a roll here is going to have a big advantage. New Brunswick can make a roll here. They may have an opportunity to score 3. Looking for a nose hit here would not be good, though. It would set up a double now that that red stone is up as high as the tee line.
New Brunswick has been doing a lot of scoring. They've averaged 9.3 points per game throughout the competition.
Well, they're comfortable with a lot of rocks in play.
Weights
It's
up. Ready,
okay
Al.
for them to take risks.
Never, never, never.
And even if they do make this roll, Alberta will have an opportunity to freeze to either one of the Yellowstones if they had rolled in behind the tee line on the shooter.
What about a double try here?
Now there is, yes, hitting there, hitting
I got turn on it.
and sticking right there.
I
A
didn't
double
think
or
it
a
was
hit
up,
and
but no,
roll.
I heard that. And I thought,
I know. Yeah.
Surprised to have
Either
somebody
that
at the
or the
double.
hit
A
and
little
roll.
closer.
Mine will finish a little
Or
more.
rolling the other way. You could roll right
You
in
got
front
it,
of
Kath.
the Yellowstone
Well,
as
I
well.
said if you play the hit and roll and towards the yellow, if you hit it too thin, you make the double. You know, this shot, the shot they're calling to cross the face, you make it perfectly, or you give the chance right back to New Brunswick. You have a couple of options, but if you try to roll
around the guard
into this direction, you've got to hit it a little too thin, make the double, hit it, roll frozen. You got a couple of options. This rolling the other way.
Mine might curl a little more
You'd
than
better
Lori's,
make it.
so just be ready.
And that's the call. She's looking to come across the face of the stone and roll in behind her own red stone that's in the top 12-foot.
Easy hit. Yep. Easy hit. Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Close. Whoa, right off. Whoa.
This needs to move.
Sitting right there. Go if you can, Ray. Go if you can. Okay,
Nose
that's
hit
good.
to lie shot.
Had a girl, Kath.
Well, you
Just a little
talked
more weight
about
than Lori, I think.
stick-to-itiveness. How about the perseverance of Cathy King from her 77-78
Okay, that was a good
junior
shot.
championships?
Just a little
She
more weight, maybe?
persevered
Yeah, I think so.
17 years to get back to the national
That was
stage
a good throw.
at the
Better
Scott.
than yours.
Very much like our champion, Colleen
So
Jones.
if she buries this, we're going to freeze over here. Okay.
Nose hit now for New Brunswick will leave a much more difficult double for Alberta. So Sandy, although
thought
she'd
when I
like
was
to
in
make
the
the
half,
hit
it
and
was
roll, the nose hit isn't the end of the world here.
Such a high guard. Just a hair. Like this.
Actually, by making the roll behind that red guard, red stone at the top, will force Alberta into playing the freeze. And you know, if she would to nose hit this, Alberta being with the 2-point lead, she will hit the stone at the top of the 8-foot. So you almost want to make sure you just leave it open and give Cathy a hit and stay, and you know you're gonna have a shot for 2 on your next one.
Close. 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 Stay close. Stay close.
A little quieter weight than Cathy King threw. This looks like it'll get over for the roll.
Curl. Hard.
It's
Curl.
fine.
Good throw,
Pretty
Sandy.
good shot.
Nice weight. Really? Just about.
Still wide open for
11,
Alberta.
Yes.
Note the left hand of Sandy Comeau. She broke her wrist just before the playdowns in New Brunswick.
See, that's where I think.
And she needs the additional support on her left wrist when she's competing to enable her to sweep. Fortunately for her, it was not the wrist on her throwing hand.
Some skips will do anything not to sweep, Don.
Even breaking their own
That's
wrist.
right.
Feet first, okay? Okay.
Obviously spoken from experience.
Cathy King can hit and roll over in front of the other Yellowstone, making the shot for 2 very difficult for New Brunswick.
Yes! Yes!
gets the roll to sit on top of the
Great
yellow
shot.
stone to lie one.
That doesn't get much better than that. That's about as good as she could get. You can see the corner guard. Cathy's going to slide by right now. And this is a very difficult shot for Sandy Comeau. This is all in calling the sweep. This is Lori Armistead in the house calling
just to bump it
the
back.
sweep on this one. And they're so hard because you need to know how hard the rock is being thrown and anticipate how much it's going to curl. It's a great shot.
We didn't do one here.
There may be room to get by that guard.
Oh,
at
sure.
The high guard to play the tap back.
Yep.
Just all the plus, eh?
Come by tightly, try to get across the face of that
You threw here in practice, didn't
red
you?
stone and bump it past
Posting
her own
here?
yellow.
Is it pretty straight? Should I throw a little less? Or should I take a little less ice? I'm going to throw the same weight.
There is a danger here of jamming the stone
Will it come in
and
over
giving
top of
Alberta
it?
a steal. Good look at it there. It's just about completely
so.
exposed.
That's good.
It's all in the weight, as she said. She needs to throw that soft
Because we
control
can
weight.
afford to hit this side, but not the other. Okay.
Makeable, just much more difficult shot for two than what it was looking like earlier.
That was a great shot by Cathy.
Final stone of the third end out of the hands of Sandy Comeau.
Not heavy.
Hard, guys, hard!
Are they past the guard, or is it going to be a steal for Alberta? It's going to be a steal for Alberta.
Hey, Sandy.
As that hit and roll with her final stone by Cathy King gives her a second consecutive steal, and through three. Alberta leads by 3.
Well, you're right.
Back pain. It can affect more than your back. Robax Platinum, a special combination of 2 active ingredients. One to relieve back pain, the other to relax tense back muscles. Robax Platinum, helping you walk away from back pain.
You wanna rock your world? There's only one way. It starts by getting tickets to the Fort World Men's today.
The world's best curlers are coming to Victoria. Now there are new ticket packages ranging from 2 days to 4 days and priced from just $75. Call toll-free or online at FordWorldCurling.com.
This is where the world will rock. Victoria.
We really love working the dogs together. It's fun to watch the young pups as they come up in the family. And it's great to be part of the True Value family. Our customers know they can count on us for good sense, good service, and doggone good value.
True Value, official hardware supplier to Championship Curling.
Hurry! 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 Come on! Hurry hard! Hurry, hurry, hurry! Hurry!
A rare look at the princes in a new special.
The thing about William and Harry is that they're very normal. They're very much more like us.
But the only privilege they lack is privacy. Prince William and Prince Harry, Tuesday at 8 on CBC television.
I said yes. Calm down.
Tuesday.
I feel like I'm trapped in an episode of Matlock.
Someone please get this man a Kleenex. Put her on. Not to put her in jail.
This is Wonderland, Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Ow!
Welcome back to Mile 1 Stadium. Let's check on how unbeaten Saskatchewan is doing against winless Prince Edward Island. On the third end, an opportunity for Shelley Bradley with her final stone to tie this game at 2. A lot of rocks in play, as there has been in almost every game involving Prince Edward Island, but you can't get the inside roll necessary, and it's a single point. So through 3 ends of play. It's 2-1 Saskatchewan leading. Same score, Quebec over the Territories, and 2-1 BC. Kelly Scott leading K-Zink of Nova Scotia. Here it's 3-0 with Cathy King in front. She has suffered 3 losses, but all of them have been very close games.
Ready.
They're all last rock losses that we've had, so we know that we're close. We kind of gave away a game today. I think we should have won, but that happens. One of the games that's coming up will probably win that we shouldn't. You know, that's the name of the game.
Top 4 guys.
And that so often happens at the Scott or at the Brier at any competition. But she talked about the tough loss today to Colleen Jones and Team Canada. The turning point was the 8th end where Team Canada scored 3.
Well, and it looked like the turning point was going to be in the 7th when Alberta cracked 4 on Team Canada and jumped ahead to a 2-point lead. Playing the 8th end looked so innocent. And Cathy King's last stone, she was looking like Colleen Jones had one rock at the back of the house. That was shot, and
it's a good shot, Trace. Okay.
And Alberta had another one in there, and they decided to go to the same side and try to corner freeze on Team Canada, and it came in too deep. It hung out a little wide, and Colleen made a double and stuck, difficult double and stick, and got 3 points and didn't look back from that point.
It's tight.
Well, this is not an unfamiliar position for this New Brunswick team, trailing in the early stages of a game.
They're just finding their comfort zone here down 3.
Just a little bump back.
Tight or bump?
Just a little bump.
I said again, it's playing Cathy King and her team, an experienced, tough team. It's you hate trailing, and you know, the games previously against PEI, we saw they've been struggling, and when you're playing against teams that aren't playing as well, you're going to get a few more opportunities to score, but it's going to be tough to generate some points here against Alberta.
But as you pointed out, Don, they like rocks in play. Now that's what they need to do if they're going to come back in this game and defeat Alberta. They're going to have to ignore stones and play little tap backs and freezes, and that's the way they're used to playing. So there is no fear here. There is no decision to be made on strategy. This
just the line
New Brunswick team knows what they need to do.
Like
it's
the
just
first
matter
one catches that line, and then at the end it finishes
executing.
You know what? She gave me more ice for the first one, right?
Yeah.
So I think the further you go out, the more it's going to dive. Great sweep, Ray.
Yeah.
Let's go, Sandy.
Talking to some of the curlers who have competed against Sandy Comeau in the past, they say she seems to save her best for competition.
One of those players that told me that comment as well was Kim Dolan, who is the 5th player for PEI. She says, oh yes, we all know Sandy Comeau because she'll play like that in competitions all the time, bringing up her big game for the Bonspiel, and you don't see her coming, and she'll play great.
You got it, bud.
Club games seem to be a different approach for the Comeau rink, at least for the skip, but when they get to major competitions, she seems to bring her A game.
Part of that is just about relaxing and letting yourself play instead of getting all worked up and too intense. I don't think that's a problem for New Brunswick.
You just get the feeling talking to Sandy that she has this, just loves to play and get out there, and there's no real pressure on whether she's going to win the Scott or, you know, she'll just take her wins as they come, take her losses as they come, but she's certainly kind of a breath of fresh air out there, and again, she doesn't play a lot of very big competitive spiels. She plays a lot of the kind of the one-day fun spiels, and it kind of you see it in the way she handles herself on the ice. She's very, very relaxed, no matter what the situation is.
Well, you would expect that she would have been dejected after blowing a lead against the Territories last night and losing. But when we were talking to her, she was kibitzing and saying, I hope you're not going to show that shot of mine again when I was on my knees.
Oh my gosh, that just died.
Yep, they'll do whatever it takes for us to not throw that shot, show that shot again. In fact, I got a box of chocolates here from Team New Brunswick, actually. One of the traditions that
like
would have been nice if you had shared those chocolates.
You know me, I'm not sharing chocolate. One of the traditions.
We'll bump it.
of the Scotch Tournament of Hearts is the team bring gifts that are representative of their province to exchange with their opposition. And it's been a tradition for New Brunswick for many years. They bring chocolates from Ganong. I knew that. I went down to the girls and said, so where are the chocolates that you're going to give the opposition? So somebody from Alberta hasn't got their box of chocolates.
I'm going to tell them about this.
Take that one, take that one. Okay, that's a good shot.
They don't need it.
Great weight,
I
great
do,
weight, right?
you know.
Just need less ice.
Yeah.
I'm not sweet enough. I need to have my chocolates. You're being too quiet, Mike.
I know. I'm sitting right beside you. I have to be nice.
Allison Farrell needs to stick around. Does not need to be throwing that much weight when you're down 3 points and trying to generate some offense. Just too much weight for your takeouts.
Like just.
In fact, I would question whether you need to throw
right
a hit
here.
or a tap back.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. Do you want a tap or just tight? Just tight. Just tight? Okay. Okay.
You know, 3-point lead,
So,
you're
90?
always figuring out ways to
95?
reduce the amount of traffic in the house. But the good situation here for Alberta, 2 stones to the
You're
top
an
of the
80 for a
8-foot.
draw. Yeah, 90.
Let's protect them and put some more pressure. It's still only the 4th end, and said always don't like turning off the offensive machine until you get 6, 7, 8-point lead early. I mean, that's fine, but 3 points early in a game is nothing, and you still need to keep in touch with draw weight, that sort of thing. You don't want to just kind of get into pure mode early.
It is tight.
Ray
no,
at
it's
the
a
end
two.
if you can.
It's a 2.
Just
Mine's
tight.
good.
Tight
Mine's
two.
good. Whoa,
Whoa.
we're good.
Whoa.
Just leave it. Sit.
That a girl. Great shot.
That's a great shot.
That's a very nice
Great
shot.
shot, Lori.
Takes away the double.
Lori Armistead, the phys ed and fitness instructor at Paul
That's a great
Kane
sweep, you guys.
High
Just
School in
over
St.
curled.
Albert.
7/8. Nice. Perfect. Good job, guys.
Covering the 2
clear
red
that up a little
stones and
bit?
the 8-foot.
Yeah. This one?
Either or.
How much can you see of it? Do you want to get the front one and roll over? Try to clip 2 of them? Can. They'll just put another one up. Like this? Yeah.
I like to run back. Try to run it right back into the pocket.
Clip that one.
Maybe
Throw
spin the 2
normal?
red stones out.
Yeah.
And keep the shooter as a corner guard. That's the shot that's proposed by Stacy.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard, guys. Hard, 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 hard. Hurry. Whoa. Whoa.
Let's check sheet D and the game between Kay Zink of Nova Scotia and Kelly Scott of British Columbia. This is the 4th end, and it's a steal of 1 for Kelly Scott and her team from Kelowna. And they now lead by a score of 3-1 this morning. Kelly Scott handed Jennifer Jones of Manitoba her first loss, breaking a 4-4 tie with 3 on the 9th end for a 7-4 win.
This is left.
That was a great break there for Kay Zink, actually. She rubbed that guard, hits another half inch of the guard, gives up a steal of 3 or 4.
That's the happy steal
The
of
happy
1.
steal of 1, exactly.
Only 1. Great job. Oh, really lucky that got that little run.
We saw New Brunswick jam that stone straight back. A little bit unlucky there to not remove one of those stones from play. But by Alberta throwing up the guard now, there's an opportunity for an in-turn come-around for New Brunswick. And Sandy Comeau's going to take advantage. She's going to come right around this guard and try to get right into the top of the 4-foot in that position there. Alberta would have liked that guard to have curled over another 6 or 8 inches.
And tighter to the rings would have been great too. Just a little bit long.
Line's close.
Coming now.
Yep.
It's coming hard now.
What is it?
Go hard.
Hard! Hard, guys, hard! Hard!
Are they past the red stone? No. Well, life is getting more difficult for New Brunswick on this fourth end.
It's a little bit light, I think, Stacy, and it curled early. As I said, you know it's going to curl. It's just a matter of where it's going to break.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, even if you're a little on this side, that's okay too. Like if we sit on this side of center.
Yeah.
Right?
Just block the hole.
Okay, middle of white here, Kat.
Yeah.
Cathy King, 5 times the Alberta champion, a 6th Scott appearance as Team Canada in 1999, and her career record 46 wins and 24 losses at the Scott.
You know what?
Just a guard.
What? Corey was throwing edge of 8 and it was getting all the way across center. We're gonna have to take more ice.
Where do you want this, Kat?
Just right in the hole there.
Okay, guard.
Just tight. Yeah, not in. Okay. So you want like 80?
Yeah, 85.
Two runner-up finishes at the Scott for Cathy King. Her victory in Regina in 1998 when she beat Ann Merklinger.
Whoa, lots of room. Line's good. Okay, well, line's great. Line's great. To my broom. To my broom.
Whoa, it's over
Whoa,
curling.
it's over curling. It's over curling. Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa. Whoa. Sit. Sit.
Great shot, Cathy.
Pretty good shot. It's a very, very
Great
tight
shot.
port.
Okay. Yeah. I just remembered when you threw in practice, it went from edge of 8
right across
the
center, yeah.
line. So
yeah, good call.
It's when you get to the forfeit line that it's a little straighter, right?
Yeah.
It's dished like this.
So she might tap this in, and if she does, do you want to make a tap on our red?
Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
Right there should get us nice.
Okay.
Go back.
Back line.
Back line.
It's got to go a long way. Back 8. Okay.
Back line.
And knowing that information that Cathy King just said, she took more ice in the hack. She was remembering some of these
You have
guards.
to move it quite a ways.
She was saying that the farther
So
that you
probably
go
back
out, the
line.
more those rocks are curling towards
Probably
the
back
center
line.
line. So we'll see if Sandy Comeau's rock over
That's
curls.
enough ice. You're out there.
That's what makes a
Yeah.
good skip, remembering what took place in practice, as Cathy alluded to.
Just a little more.
There's Sandy taking a little bit more. And many skips will do that. I'm visualizing what the ice looks like. So when they talk about it being dished, being high on the outside, so the rock will kind of fall off the edge and curl towards the middle.
Just line.
Back line.
Line's good. Line's good.
Close. Yep.
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 Hard.
Yep.
Hard. Hard, guys. Hard. Hard.
There's a chance she could rub off her back one too if it does over curl.
Right in. Right in. Right in.
Good looking shot here.
Yes, it is.
Crack,
It's going to
Sandy.
be shot.
Super.
Good.
No problem, she says. Your turn.
We don't really want
Very
to
well
hear it
swept.
level, right?
And you see, she didn't have much room for error here.
She just threw.
Perfect line, perfect weight.
Okay, if you
It's so
sit
difficult
out
to know
here.
how much weight to throw on those taps,
And try and hit it
especially.
sharp,
But
like we wanna
that was
hit it to
great,
here.
great judgment
Yeah,
by
it's
Sandy
gotta be
Comeau
good.
and her team.
Okay. Just to talk about where.
Yeah.
Little
I mean,
tap
if it's
here for
curling, we
Alberta.
can almost get to nose, then that's what I'll do. But if it's not, then I'm going to try and hit it thin there.
That's a great comment that you
You-
made,
you-
Mike, about how much do you throw on tapping a stone. We worked with Ron Mills, who was third with Rick Folk when he won his Canadian World Championships, who's studied this actually, did a lot of work, and he said most teams overthrow those taps.
Right.
You only need to
Remember when we
throw
played in BC?
enough weight. If you would
And
normally
you're
go, you
crashing
want
on
the
guard,
rock
those
to be
lines
tapped
just
to the
curling so
T-line,
much.
then you need
Yeah.
to throw
the
T-line
end.
plus the
Yeah,
width of
really
one
work.
rock.
Right.
T-line plus a foot. And most teams overthrow those. They think they need so much more. Well, the weight is just transferred right through the rock, and it's tapped accordingly.
Well, Comeau made a long raise on her own to get shot stone on the edge of the 4. And now
Okay, we're
Cathy
back
King
line.
needs a little tap on the red stone.
Yeah.
fully in the 8 to angle it into the 4.
Hurry, where is it? Whoa, whoa. Yeah!
Watch where the shooter goes here.
Hurry, guys, you got it hard!
Has she got enough weight to move it back into the 4? Yes, she shot.
Great shot.
Nice.
2 great
So she can't get
shots by the skips. The
Can't
long
get
raise
too
by
far.
Comeau, and then the tap back by Cathy King to lie shot, and she's threatening to steal yet
It's a
another
great shot,
point.
Kath.
I thought it was going to hit the
Well, the great thing
guard.
for Cathy King is
Oh,
that
really?
the shooter stops in a
that one.
position
The-
that
really?
there's a
Well,
it's a
yeah,
very,
right
very
in there.
difficult double
great
opportunity
throw,
for,
Kath.
Sandy Comeau.
And that shot was made by the Brushers.
She's just playing the
They
same
carried
tap.
that a
She
long
must be just
ways.
for one, right?
Wonderful. She was surprised by how much it curled.
That's a good spot where you put it, because if she
Yeah.
hits that one, she's like,
Yeah,
even if she does
I
the
know.
double.
Yeah. Good call, mine.
Same thing.
Looking for an angle raise on this stone, possibly onto that Alberta stone in the 4-foot. Very difficult.
I think she's playing the same tap.
Is she?
Yeah, same tap on the yellow stone that's closer to the center line.
That's a good call, too.
Well, she just played it. Same ice, same weight.
But this time she has to tap that
a little more.
long guard
Whoa, whoa.
fully into the
Wait,
4-foot
whoa.
to become
10,
shot.
Whoa, it's gotta move. 10. Close. Yes. Yep. Yes. Yes. Whoa.
She won't be far off.
Sit.
Look at this. Look at this.
Sit.
Oh,
What a
just a
great try.
little too much.
That's a great try. We talk about leaving skips the same shot twice isn't always good, but you don't mind leaving that type of shot. That was a great effort by Sandy Comeau.
She came so close to making a fantastic shot with her final stone of this 4th end, but she gives up another steal, and through 4, it's 4-0 Alberta.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end.
We tried it.
You should try it.
Now we do it together. Get out.
Go curling.
It's so much fun.
Meet between the sheets.
Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end.
Come play.
Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get off, get blind, and go curling.
The Strauss Herb Company manufactures a full line of herbal dietary supplements based on traditional European recipes. Our biggest Strauss Heart Drop sale of the year is on now at a health food store near you.
2 keys.
Hey, thanks. Cheers.
Give him to me! Give him to me! Oh, I think you've sprained his neck! Alexander Keith labored on this pier since 1820, and you plonk it on the head like it's a piñata! It's the pride of Nova Scotia. Give it the respect it deserves. Now, grab that there napkin, make a wee neck brace. No, Nancy, you've done enough for one night. Wrap it around. Not a hat! A neck brace, Jimmy! Is it so difficult? It's not a fashion show, it's an emergency!
That's great.
The roar you hear is 20 of Canada's top women's and men's teams competing for the right to represent us in Italy in 2006. And no city in Canada roars more than Halifax.
So, Randy, what do you think of my curling game?
Well, Jim, it looks to me like your game needs a little bit of help. But your family of Strauss products are right on the button, like Strauss Heart Drops, available at a health product retailer near you.
5 days. 5 panelists debate 5 great books.
There was no hope for these characters.
A book that could have a depressing overtone just drove me insane.
She can slice your throat with a smile.
Oh, I'm sorry, are we talking to me?
Yes, we are. Only one will survive. Canada Reads, this week at 11:30 on CBC Radio 1.
Everybody's saying something that's going to be a little hot.
Dumping retired Canadian ships onto the foreign shores of third world countries.
It's a money-driven business.
The dangers of stripping these highly toxic ships and the environmental impact. Wednesday at 9 on CBC News, The Fifth Estate.
Welcome back to Mile One Stadium. Quebec still looking for its first win. They've been close through their first 4 games. And here against the Territories on N4, Brenda Nichols with her final stone, drawing down to the edge of the 4-foot to score 3 and take a 5-1 lead through 4 ends of play.
3-4.
3 consecutive steals for Team Alberta in a 4-0 lead over Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick.
Okay, 4-5. Yep, right up. 4 is good. Okay, we're there. Okay, whoa then. Great speed, guys. 4? Yeah. Whoa. Another girl. Great shot. That's great weight. Great speed.
Tonight, our game from the Scott will be seen on Country Canada. Draw 8, Nova Scotia, K-Zink against Jennifer Jones of Manitoba. It begins at 6 Eastern Time. You can call your local television service provider for more information on how you can access Country Canada, or you can call the number on your screen, 1-866-306-INFO, that's 4636, for more information. 7 days a week, that number is accessible to find the provider in your area. The phone lines are open from 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time daily. That's Championship Curling. Nova Scotia, Manitoba, tonight on CBC's digital channel, CBC Country Canada.
Right on it. 4. Freeze. It's coming down. Okay, gotta get to center. Okay. Line's good. Just a tight 2. No. Tight 2. Up. Tight.
Hard. Okay, we're over curling.
Whoa. Okay.
That's a good shot, Trace.
That's a great shot. I think she might have pulled back a bit.
Through 4, this is how the leads, Tracy Bush and Sandy Prosser, compare. Tracy Bush is a former Canadian junior champion out of Manitoba in 1989. She played with Cathy Overton, who was 3rd for Jennifer Jones when they won the Canadian Championship.
She's certainly playing like a champion in the 2 games that we've watched. I'm very impressed with the way that she throws and her weight control.
Yep, as far as you can bring it. Hard, guys, line's good. Hard. Hurry, hard, guys, hard. Hurry, hard. Right up.
All that work, and they get it past the center line guard. Its second shot sitting at the top of the 8.
That's not a bad shot. They would have liked it right down to the red shot stone frozen.
Or that one? I like the guard. What do you like? I don't mind a guard.
Cathy King just staying on the offense here, and it's funny when you get a 4-point lead and a team has trouble scoring. You almost want to just keep forcing them to make difficult shots until they can get their point. But another option would be to
nice
try to pick that stone out or peel one of the guards off and keep it simple.
Get over. Help! Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
We're good. Goal line, right?
Keep going. Yep. We're good. Good.
Okay. That's good. One. Thanks, Kath.
It took 3 brushes to get Raylene Rockstone across the hog line.
Good sweep, and she didn't have to break her wrist to get out of sweeping. Kathy's a good sweeper.
I got 422. Yeah. With this? Can you
Not
see
great
it
numbers for the seconds. Raylene Rock has the edge.
That might be a record.
On Alison Farrell.
That might be a record.
Might be the record, eh? It's the shortest guard already.
Talking about split timing. Must have been a very slow split. 4:13 was it?
Yeah. High number means not thrown very hard at all.
It's nice. Weight's good.
New Brunswick looking for the double tap here.
Yep.
It's a tough shot.
Whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Good shot. Right up, Sandy. Hard. Good. It's good. Throw another guard.
Well, after Alison Farrell moved
Just
1 stone
right
from
that one wide
in
open
front of the house,
behind 2 guards.
Cathy King wants another
Anywhere
placed
out
out
there.
there to protect her shot stone.
Yep. Call us, let us know line. If we can corner freeze it at all.
Looking for a guard out front.
And as far as a corner freeze on the Yellowstone that's in the house, that's as deep as they want this rock, but anywhere in that line.
Halfway! Gotta be tight!
The miss here is over curling, and that red stone on the button will be partially exposed if this rock gets over to the center line.
Hold then. Stop. Okay, tap. Stop.
That has over curled.
Sit. Okay.
Just a
Cathy,
chance.
second shot.
Let's check on the game between BC and Nova Scotia. Through 4, it was 3-1 for Kelly Scott of British Columbia, and she is going to steal 2 more on end number 5. And Kelly Scott has a 5-1 lead over Kay Zink of Nova Scotia. You know, yesterday we talked about young Kelly Scott and the attitude this BC team had after they gave up a steal of 3 to Stephanie Lawton of Saskatchewan on the 4th end and fell behind by a score of 5-0. They still continued to fight and battled back, and they didn't show any downcast emotion, at least not outwardly on the playing surface.
Around the outside.
Oh, they're a great team.
Or this way. Okay.
That attitude just helps you. Getting upset about missed shots and getting down in the game is just not going to help come back in the game later. Shaking it off is something that young players need to learn if they want to be a champion. You're going to be faced in difficult situations, and you can't make your next shot if you're still angry about the last one.
That's exactly right, and that's a very good point. Like that's the young teams that have won Canadian championships as juniors. That's where they've gone through multiple junior championships, maybe some disappointments at that level, and they again, you don't win right away. Usually, any team that has had some success will tell you they fought through some adversity first. It was a tough shot there from Alberta. They had to miss that corner guard wide. The wide corner very tightly to get shot stone, but
I don't mind this.
there's a good number.
Could have left that shot.
Can't get much better than that, can you?
Honestly, left that corner froze, I think.
Chance here for New Brunswick to lie 2.
Throw it at this? Yeah.
Dangerous stone there. The red stone at the top 12-foot is a very dangerous stone for New Brunswick at this stage of the end. And although they're going to possibly lie 2 here, Alberta's going to have a nice opportunity.
Nudge that red back.
Away. Either nudge it back or have some sort of raise if there's a roll made by New Brunswick here.
Hard! Hard, guys! Hard! Hard!
Are they by? Yes, but on the other yellow, and they are going to nudge the red back themselves. So Alberta doesn't have to do that.
I didn't think it was dangerous on that shot, but it worked out it's in a good spot there for Alberta now, and again.
We're sitting first and second right now? Yeah, we are.
Poor execution there from New Brunswick. And you can see that stone is actually guarded by the yellow stone.
Do you like the same weight then?
We gotta guard more of this hole somehow.
Well, you guys pounded it right to...
I like this turn, Lori.
It's top 8. No, it wasn't. No, it was top 12 right. Okay, yeah, just fighting 8. Yeah.
How this end has turned with one shot from the possibility of line 2 for New Brunswick. They are now looking at 2.
Where do you want it? Halfway or tight?
No, just tight.
The door was open for New Brunswick
90?
to set up for 2
95?
points and get back in the game. That was a really big miss for Sandy. Sorry, Stacy. So with this guard kind of freeze, I think New Brunswick's going to be forced wide in turn to try to come into the 4-foot around the row of guards.
Line's good!
Whoa, it's over curling!
Whoa!
We're just halfway.
Whoa! Sit.
You see how everything's blocked up in the front.
Good shot. Let a girl, Lori.
So that means that New Brunswick, I think, is just going to have to save and try to get into that top 4-foot.
What? Not as slick as it was.
I got 96 on that.
Oh, so did I, but I still...
It's hard to know what to throw. I threw a 63 on my first one and a 95 there.
Oh.
Look at trying to wiggle through those two guards. You can hit right in the pocket at the same time. The shooter may slide through, but danger, of course.
It's going to stay there, though, eh?
Yep. This turn?
I agree with you, John.
Yeah.
The in-turn draw might be the best option here.
It's too late. Too late to try to clear things up, even though you have last rock. You can see that in-turn draw is available. You can get to the 4-foot. You need to get just a little bit more than a bite, and you can still set up this end.
Yep. 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 Hard. Hard, guys. Hard.
Okay.
Things in the rings don't change. Let's update now. Saskatchewan, Prince Edward Island. 5-1 the score. Saskatchewan leading. Shelley Bradley has had some tough shots to make during the competition, and she has, by her own admission, not curled well. But this time she has her shooter roll out again as she attempted to remove the red rock belonging to Saskatchewan. A chance there again for 3. And they failed to capitalize, and that's pretty much been the story for Prince Edward Island.
All right, and that was not a hard shot for 2 anyway. It was very simple, and that's just, again, when you start going the wrong way, talk about momentum, when you start going the wrong way, it's really hard to right the ship.
My heart goes out to Shelley Bradley. You can just
Where are we?
watch the snowball effect. It's just one bad shot after another.
No! We're good. We gotta get by.
may need to shake things up a little bit just to give her a break and get her out of the spotlight for a bit.
Okay,
Tight
here.
2.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Nice guard here from Cathy King.
Nice shot. Okay.
Shot, Cathy.
Nice weight.
Well, Cathy King talked about playing well in the 3 losses, and she continues to play well here. 78% her percentage.
I don't know how she'd get in there though for shot. Okay.
And now
This way? Yeah.
Sandy's going to that in-turn draw. As I said, I think we played it earlier. Again, this could be the second effort trying to get it in there again and score multiple points. Even a great free come around here. Cathy King will block off the path to the 4-foot, and the best she'll be able to do is 1.
Yes.
A little more, Stace. A little more. Gotta make sure we get by those guards, eh?
That stone at the top 12-foot actually will actually come into play as well, even though the guards are out there. She's gonna have to actually draw around her own stone at the top 12.
Just line only. On a 7. Line only.
Wow.
It's coming down a bit. It's coming in. Yep. 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 Right here, guys. Right here. Yep. Yep. Gotta get by this one. Yep.
Are they by? No, they rub.
Okay. And you were right, Mike. That rock, that was the rock that they had to be worried about with a big finish at the end. She had lovely weight.
So Cathy now is looking around to see what is the easiest way for New Brunswick to score 1. We're shot rock.
Yeah.
What can I do to take that away? And the tap back is all they really have.
Out here,
so she's going to be throwing the guard.
It's going to do that curling thing.
So Trace.
Once this guard is placed, what we may see Sandy do is play
That was 73.
tap,
Okay.
I think it's
tap, and there's a possible deuce there
7 last. This handle squeaks and it's
for New Brunswick.
Like it's gonna
and
fall off.
when the options are limited, you look around and that is certainly a possibility for them to try to score 2 points.
Yeah.
The low percentage.
Very low percentage, but certainly as opposed to playing a little tap for 1, we may have a run at 2 points.
Okay,
where are we?
line only. We're 2.
Gotta move it. Gotta move. gotta move hard, you guys. Hard! Yeah, we're way out still. Hard. Hurry! Every inch, you guys. Okay, yeah, then, yep. Okay.
That didn't move
Okay.
anywhere near
too
to
much
where
space
they
to get-
had anticipated it
heck?
would.
And that leaves the tap here for Sandy Comeau.
Just ran.
Just sat there. It didn't go anywhere. Must be a fine line in there somewhere. That's so stupid.
Yeah. Okay, Kath.
It curled this much.
I know.
Same weight.
Oh, you think? I took the same ice. I know, but we're tapping. Yeah? Should I take a little more ice?
So after watching Cathy Kingsrock hold straight out there, it's a big guess for Sandy Comeau. How much ice should she take for this little tap back for her 1 point?
Trying to tap back the stone she just threw.
If it's left, you gotta go.
Just line. No line. Just line.
How will this rock react? Will it bend enough? It seems to be hanging out there as well. Now it starts to move.
It's got a lot of weight.
She doesn't tap it back far enough. So it's another steal for Alberta. 4 consecutive steals, and through 5 with a point per end, it's 5-0 Alberta.
They say football is a game of inches. I wish we had inches.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts, proud sponsor of women's curling for 24 years.
The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway.
Wherever business takes you, Best Western is there. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain. Now featuring free high-speed internet access at most hotels. Visit bestwestern.com for locations.
Ever notice the way guys love to use their Karcher? Is it because of Karcher's German engineering, incredible features, exceptional styling? It's because Karcher really cleans. Karcher invented the first household pressure washer and sells more of them worldwide than anybody else. Karcher is also the world leader in commercial and industrial cleaning equipment. Everyone loves their Karcher. Can you blame them? Trust Karcher. You'll look for things to clean.
Tim Hortons Briar rolls into Regina next March, but only 2006 full event passes are on sale at the Agrodome box office. And when they're gone, they're gone. On February 24th, you can purchase in person, by phone, or online. So remember, February 24th, 10 a.m.
1,000 years ago, the Vikings arrived. Their journey ended at Lanza Meadows, now a National Historic Site, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, the only authentic Viking settlement in North America, the place where your journey will begin. Newfoundland and Labrador.
Welcome back to St. John's, Newfoundland, and draw 7 of the Scott Tournament of Hearts. Inside Mile 1 Stadium, let's review the scoreboards. Alberta with 4 consecutive steals, 5-0 ahead of New Brunswick through 5. Quebec looking for its first win. Into the 6th, leading the territories 5-2. Saskatchewan looking for a 5th consecutive win, leading Prince Edward Island still winless 5-2. And British Columbia with a 5-1 advantage over Nova Scotia. That brings you up to date at the midpoint of this Game we are focused on, Alberta and New Brunswick. We'll be back after this.
The new Ford 500. We thought about space safety architecture to give you more protection. We thought about command seating to give you a better view of the road. We thought about all-wheel drive for more control. We thought about all these things so you'll have less to think about. The new Ford 500. We keep thinking about what a sedan should be because we want you to drive a Ford.
Hey, so what do you want to do for lunch? Thinking soup or sandwich? Sandwich, that's good.
No. That's not enough. You boys must have proper lunch. Hearty soup and sandwich together. That's proper lunch, okay?
It's the complete lunch that satisfies.
So, soup and sandwich at Tim's? Sounds good.
Tim Hortons ham and Swiss sandwich on a toasted bun. And our new creamy field mushroom soup in a combo, just $6.49.
Curling. With every game played, your contact to the world expands. With over 1 million participants utilizing 1,100 clubs across the country, curling is an entertaining, social way to stay active. Play for fun, play to win, or just come out and enjoy the membership benefits. Clubs can be assisted by the Canadian Curling Association's Development Fund, which serves to promote, renovate, and offer advice on operations. Get involved. Join a club near you today. It has lifetime value.
With Jack Frost still nipping at your, well, you get the picture. The time is right for an early spring sojourn to the West Coast's most hospitable destination. Balmy. See something you like? And just for you folks who tend to get homesick, we've made special arrangements to add a little ice. Now that's got to feel a lot like home. Call now for package details. Victoria, British Columbia. Is there somewhere else?
Canada's top women curlers. 12 teams. 1 champion. The battle for the Scott Tournament of Hearts. Coverage continues tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern on CBC Television. Tune in for Treasure and Trash.
One of the very earliest automated toys.
This week from Toronto.
Yes.
Our own Canadian Antiques Roadshow with host Valerie Pringle.
You gotta love the stories.
Wednesday at 8 on CBC Television.
All the curlers here in St. John's take to the ice, and points are awarded for the best execution of these 6 skill testing shots. A hit and stay, a draw to the button, a draw through the port, a raise, a hit and roll, and a double takeout. From this preliminary round, 8 players advance into the playoff round, then a semi-final round, and finally 2 curlers compete for the title. The winner walks away with a wonderful prize, a 2-year lease on a 2005 Ford Freestyle SEL presented by Ford of Canada. Well, those raises, one of the skill testing events in the Ford Hot Shots competition, and there were 2 great raises in the 4th end in the game between Alberta and New Brunswick, 1 by each side.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the way Sandy Comeau is calling this game. It's all about execution, the fact that she's not quite making all of hers, and the fact that Cathy King is just making everything. What a lovely touch here on this tap back.
Then it looked as though Comeau had made an even better raise with her final stone, but it was just a little too heavy.
Just a little heavy, and you see the other yellow stone in the forfeit. She had just previously raised that one in there, and again, leaving the same shot twice isn't great, but when it's a 15-foot angle raise, it's not so bad. And again, the story, Cathy King has made some great shots, made a great save in the 3rd, and when it looked like New Brunswick was going to score 2 to tie the game, nice hit and roll that she made. So certainly Cathy's come up to the plate when she's needed to today.
I guess we could say right now Cathy Comeau has Alberta right where she wants them, trailing after 5 ends of play. That was the story in her first 2 victories, where she defeated Prince Edward Island and followed up with a triumph over Nova Scotia. But this is a much tougher Alberta team.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts on CBC. Brought to you by Scott Towels, getting you out of big messes.
dog out this morning?
Scott Towels, getting you out of big messes.
Two keys.
Hey, thanks. Cheers.
Give him to me! Give him to me! Oh, I think you've sprained his neck. Alexander Keith labored on this pier since 1820, and you plonk it on the head like it's a piñata. It's the pride of Nova Scotia. Give it the respect it deserves. Now, grab that there napkin, make a wee neck brace. No, Nancy, you've done enough for one night. Wrap it around. Not a hat, a neck brace, Jimmy. Is it so difficult? It's not a fashion show, it's an emergency.
The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway.
Wherever business takes you, Best Western is there. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain. Now featuring free high-speed internet access at most hotels. Visit bestwestern.com for locations.
That's great.
The roar you hear is 20 of Canada's top women's and men's teams competing for the right to represent us in Italy in 2006. And no city in Canada roars more than Halifax.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts on CBC. Brought to you by Karcher. You'll look for things to clean. By Tim Hortons. Toasted ham and Swiss and soup combo. And by the original Strauss Heart Drops. Trust the tradition.
Welcome back to Mile One Stadium. Single points on each of the first 5 ends. 4 consecutive steals for Cathy King of Alberta and a 5-0 lead over Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick. Cathy King, in her previous Scott competitions, when starting the game with the hammer, has a record of 26-7.
Time we got.
And unless there's another dramatic comeback by New Brunswick, that string will go to 27-7 this afternoon. Joan talked about Cathy King's previous appearances at the Scott. This is her first trip to the National Women's Championship with this team. A totally new team from the squad that won the title in 1998.
Take a lap. Whoa.
2 of the members of that Canadian Championship team
Whoa, guys.
now play with Deb Santos out of Edmonton, and then Heather Netterwen is skipping her own rink with a Tina Ford, now Tina Johnson.
Great
so
shot.
Everybody's still playing.
That's
that
great
team
weight,
just split
Tracy.
up into 3 different directions.
Let's go.
Earlier we showed you a shot of the left wrist, and there it is again of Sandy Comeau. That injury, then when she fell down the stairs and broke the wrist, almost prevented her from participating in the New Brunswick playdowns.
Well then.
I was really lucky the night before provincials. We had to make a decision if I was going to play in provincials because I had a cast on. And I hadn't really played any games. I'd thrown every day with a cast. was quite painful.
Throw, Sandy.
I started throwing a week after I had a cast on, and I threw every day, but I hadn't played any games. So the night before provincials, because the girls got us to preliminaries, I said, well, should we play as a team as we did all year, or should I step down and be fifth player? And they said that, you know, they wanted me there, and they felt that I had what it took to get us here.
Well, she got them here, and she got them off to a good start with 2 wins before dropping a decision to the territories last night. But she's in big trouble now in this 7th round against Cathy King of Alberta, trailing 5-0.
Or just like tap, tap, tap. Yeah, tap.
I like that. What kind of weight? Just back line?
Well, as I said in the 5th end break, I was talking about there isn't a shortage of opportunities here. Sandy Comeau has been calling great strategy, and Cathy King throwing quite aggressively, not stepping up and peeling off guards. If New Brunswick can pick up their execution a little bit, they can get a multiple score, and then you never know what might happen. I think that's the way things have gone earlier in the championship for New Brunswick.
That's good.
Well, there have been 4 consecutive steals in this game, updating BC Kelly Scott against K-Zink Nova Scotia, and it's a 3rd consecutive steal for Kelly Scott. And it would require a measurement to confirm it, but it would be a single point for BC, and they lead Nova Scotia now by a margin of 6-1.
Shot. Okay, that's good. Got it, girl.
That worked out pretty well for Alberta. Even though they did spin one rock into the 4-foot, it is open and available for a hit. New Brunswick is going to try to find a way to prevent any double opportunity here. So New Brunswick was trying to prevent a double opportunity for Alberta here on Allison Farrell's stone, looking for a corner freeze.
Should be 7. 7, 8. Close.
8.
Yep. Yep.
Line only.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Yep. Okay, Al.
That becomes shot stone. I talked about the 4 previous trips to the Scott for Alison Farrell. She twice was New Brunswick Junior Champion, 1994 and 1995. So for the past 11 years, she's had a lot of success in her province in junior and women's competition.
You got it right.
A couple of options here. They're looking to hit and roll kind of underneath in front of that stone at the back of the button. Another option would be to play a little short run back, or even a double on the outside one.
I was looking at the double on the outside one, but you want to get rid of, you know, the goal is just get rid of one at a time.
Okay. Okay.
The 2 yellow remain untouched. One of her own rolls out along with her shooter.
Raylene just isn't getting out to the broom with her out turn. Every time she's thrown, not every time, but
Like
three times in this game.
Yeah.
Right upon release on her out turn hits, she's been struggling.
Hasn't been a great 4 games to start for Raylene.
Either way, guard this one or guard that one.
I know that she's a much better player than that, but you know that happens sometimes. Something a little technical glitch shows up in a run of a couple games, and all she needs to do is become aware of it. She's calling for the freeze here. Yeah. The other option is to try to put a rock in front, anywhere in front of those 2 yellow stones.
And the rings is nice though when you're in this situation.
A little more.
But it could be 12 foot, it could be 8 foot. Either are good. You know that Alberta is just going to be smashing a little bit, and you're hoping that they're going to get full jams and not make doubles.
Should be 3, 4, 3, 4.
Yep. Go now.
now. Hard now. Yep. Yep.
Line only.
Yep. Right over. Oh. Freeze. All the way over. No. Yep. 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 Yep.
Would like to have that rock curl a bit more. The double is available.
Let's update unbeaten Stephanie Lawton of Saskatchewan in her game with Rebecca Jean McPhee of Prince Edward Island. Shelley Bradley was unable to take advantage of an opportunity to score multiple points with her last rock of the previous end. Stephanie Lawton does. She comes down and taps out the yellow stone belonging to PEI and picks up 2 more. And now Saskatchewan leads 7-2. And it looks as though they're headed for a 5th straight win. Quebec against the Territories, leading 5-2. That yellow Territories rock on the edge of the button, and that will be the point that scores. On the 6th end, it's now 5-3.
Here's the double attempt in Alberta.
Just this.
And Alberta lies too.
Still a good situation here for New Brunswick, though. An opportunity here for Sandy Comeau, just called a little hit and roll in front of their own stone. There is a double possibility as well. Have their shooter come into here possibly.
The number one thing is just to stick around with your shooter. At this point, you're going to hope you're going to have another crack at that. If you don't make the double, have another crack at the red stone.
Whoa. Whoa, then. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Great shot.
Sits right on top of the red stone. The red is shot rock, but that was an excellent shot by Stacy Leger.
Or drawn to the back one. What do you
The
like?
reason that's such a good shot is there's
I just
nothing
think
that's
we need to be
open
hitting.
to Alberta here, even
Or
though they
tap
can
the
run the
back one.
top one back.
Like even if you do a
Freeze
heavy
on this
draw.
one.
Very dangerous shot here from Alberta. This is opening
The
up
other
the door
thing
for
is we can hit the front.
potential 3 or 4 ender here if they don't make the freeze.
Well, and with a 5-point lead, I would be
Or
trying
just
to hit
peel it
something
right off.
yellow.
Absolutely.
Still early enough in the end
Then
to
it's
bail
wide
out.
open. Whatever you like. If you like playing in, it's up to you. Whatever you like, Kath.
Yeah, we probably should do that.
Okay. We trying the double or peel?
Just throw normal.
Okay.
I don't know whether that answered the question.
Well, you know, even if she does just peel it open, New Brunswick will be able to come down and freeze again on that stone, their own stone that's on the Alberta stone, and make things very difficult
Right off. Just take it out,
for
right?
Cathy King and her team.
Well, the Sats people still have Laurie Armistead at a perfect
Yeah,
100% through 5.
I think I would disagree with him there. She was just a little bit off last end with some of her
first one especially, yeah.
Some of her precision freezes and guards.
Make the double here.
Now another, it looks like they're playing the hit. Now the other option, if you really wanted to go after them here, would be just to make the perfect freeze on your stone on that's already frozen on Alberta, and make things tough. But they're going to hit this and allow Alberta kind of free wheel at a double.
Close.
There will be definitely a double opportunity here for
Right over.
Cathy King and her team after these settle.
Yep.
Well, it could be one of those situations where New Brunswick just wants to get on the board and says, okay, even if they make a double, I'm going to get 2 out of this. Hard to screw up the deuce.
I wanted that one to be over, but I was afraid to let it go too far to get that one out.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, we have yellow.
What do we do now?
And there's nothing out front.
Yeah.
Bonus.
Let's do it. Just a little on the high side.
Yep.
I had someone in the crowd yesterday stop and ask what they mean by the high side.
Yeah, this is part of the jargon of curling. The high side is the broom side of the hit.
No.
The low side would mean crossing the face of the rock.
This needs to curl for any chance at the double. It's not going to
Hey.
do it. That was not very close either to making the shot they needed. Not the best throw there.
Girls, was that
Cathy.
peel?
No. Yep. Okay.
Only once has New Brunswick won the Canadian Women's Championship. That was way back in 1963 in St. John when Mabel DeWare won the title.
When we're splitting the rings, we always like to throw the rock higher than the shot stone. If you're going to give up a double, you want them playing second shot first and rolling in. So in a situation for a team that's, if the rock was at the top of the 4 foot, for example, you would like to have the one on the wing a little bit higher. The double, force them to play the one at second shot first, as opposed to give them a free run at that shot stone and then rolling into your second shot stone. So for any teams wondering where to position this stone, in this situation it's not that tough because New Brunswick's got theirs at the back of the 4 foot, but you know, Cathy King has to hit now second shot stone
so they're even.
to try to make a double.
Okay.
That's a good spot there too.
Oh, sorry.
A couple of different opportunities here for Cathy for the double. She can, in this situation, usually look for the turn you like.
And as you said, Mike, we're forcing her to play the non-shot stone, and one of in this case, the third shot, and try to make the double or a hit and roll.
Okay, peel weight. Okay.
This is fairly flat double, very makeable though, and certainly Cathy can throw the weight to make it.
She can.
I
That
even
is
lined them up 7 and 8.
That is the one thing that is developmental from these young players that we're seeing. It seems to take a lot of years to be able to throw the big weight accurately for women, and Cathy King though is one of those that can throw this peel weight very accurately.
Whoa, whoa, close, whoa.
Final stone of this 6th end for King.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. You gotta go hard.
Is she going to get 2?
Whoa.
She won't get enough of it to move it out of the ring, so there is a chance for New Brunswick to end that string of zeros that has extended through 5 ends and get right back in this game.
I like her chances here doing that. You know, really important though, momentum-wise, to make sure you hit and stay here. They'd love to get 3 points. Two's always nice with the hammer, but this is an easy opportunity for New Brunswick to score 3 and only go down 2 into the 7th end.
Well, as I said somewhat in jest during the break, Comeau has Alberta right where she wants them, trailing by 5.
Well, you know, when you have won some games coming from behind and stealing, you have confidence. You know, you have the ability, and that's always the big question. Can we do it? That question's already been answered. Will you do it against a team like Cathy King? Well, it's not going to be easy.
Clean.
Final stone and an opportunity for the first multiple point end of this game.
Curl.
Will they save the shooter?
Good throw,
yes.
Sandy.
She drives out the red to pick up 3. And suddenly a 5-point deficit has been reduced to 2. Alberta in front of New Brunswick.
As official supplier to Curling's Season of Champions, True Value Hardware presents quality products for your house. True Value paint, made by us and made to last. We own the factory. We test and retest our paint. We guarantee it every can at every store. True Value, around the corner from your house.
The world's best curlers are coming to Victoria. Now there are new ticket packages ranging from 2 days to 4 days and priced from just $75. Call toll-free or online at FordWorldCurling.com.
This is where the world will rock, Victoria.
Hey, so what do you want to do for lunch? Thinking soup. Or sandwich? Sandwich, that's good.
No,
now, that's not enough. You boys must have proper lunch. Hearty soup and sandwich together. That's proper lunch, okay?
It's the complete lunch that satisfies.
So, soup and sandwich at Tim's? Sounds good.
Tim Hortons ham and Swiss sandwich on a toasted bun. And our new creamy field mushroom soup in a combo, just $6.49.
Ever notice the way guys love to use their Karcher? Is it because of Karcher's German engineering, incredible features, exceptional styling? It's because Karcher really cleans. Karcher invented the first household pressure washer and sells more of them worldwide than anybody else. Karcher is also the world leader in commercial and industrial cleaning equipment. Everyone loves their Karcher. Can you blame them? Trust Karcher. You'll look for things to clean.
Dumping retired Canadian ships onto the foreign shores of third world countries.
It's a money-driven business.
The dangers of stripping these highly toxic ships and the environmental impact. Wednesday at 9 on CBC News, The Fifth Estate.
A rare look at the princes in a new special.
The thing about William and Harry is that they're very normal. They're very much more like us.
But the only privilege they lack is privacy. Prince William and Prince Harry, Tuesday at 8 on CBC Television.
There are many scenic views here on the Rock, as the province of Newfoundland is often referred to. And we move from the harbor inside Mile 1 Stadium, BC, Nova Scotia. The final stone by Kay Zink, but it's another steal. Another point on the board for Kelly Scott and her team from Kelowna in a 7-1 lead. Well, as the New Brunswick team said at the conclusion of N6, where they got 3, game on.
So quickly things can turn around. One
as far as you can,
miscue.
As far as you can.
And New Brunswick's throwing, as we were talking about earlier in the telecast, when you throw a whole bunch of draws and you're gambling, no big risk as things turn out for them. You get an opportunity, the door's open.
Here we go.
Mine's good.
Are you
Where
okay?
is it?
We gotta go.
Where is it?
5, 4, 5,
Whoa,
3.
Whoa, lots of room.
Just looking for this into the top 8 foot.
Hanging out there. Okay. Good shot.
The first time that Alberta has had the hammer since
Okay,
N one in this game. Comparing the leads, 90% for Tracy Bush, 85% for Sandy Prosser.
You can see all of it, eh? Just control.
Bush has only played 1 takeout in this game.
That's not unusual, I don't think, for the leads when you're playing 4-rock rule and you decide to dance a little bit. And this game, right from the very start, they were throwing rocks in the free guard zone, so lots of draws.
Ready, Al? Oh, never, never. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Great throw, Sandy.
Nice shot.
Nice.
Tonight on CBC Country Canada, draw 8, Kay Zink of Nova Scotia against Jennifer Jones of Manitoba. That begins at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. And we remind you, you can call your local television service provider for more information on how you can access CBC's digital channel, Country Canada, or you can call 1-866-306-INFO, which is 4636, 7 days a week to find the provider in your area. Our phone lines are open from 7:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Time daily. Championship curling,
Good sweep.
Nova Scotia and Manitoba on Country Canada this evening beginning at 6 Eastern Time.
This way, get a little rub.
And it looks as though the two teams that will play tonight on Country Canada are both going to be coming off losses to the same woman, Kelly Scott of British Columbia. Scott defeated Manitoba this morning, and she's in total control against Kay Zink 7-1 this afternoon.
It's a big day for British Columbia. You knock off two teams that are ahead of you or tied with you in the standings, and you know you've made up some ground. And you know, again, 4-1 through 5 draws. Great spot, great position to be in.
Hard. Bring it over. Okay.
It's also going to be great to take a look at that Manitoba team. That was their first loss this morning, and they've been playing very well.
Just board, Ray.
Okay, board, wait. You got it.
This is the statistical comparison of the seconds. Raylene Rock and Allison Farrell.
This is an out-turn hit coming, which is the one that she's been hurting on and been narrow on consistently.
Talk about coming over the top with the handle.
Go right over. Yep.
Just getting them to curl a little bit more than what she's expecting.
That's good.
That worked out
shot. What a girl. Way to go, Ray.
Over on sheet B, Quebec and the Territories. It appeared as though Quebec was in all sorts of trouble on the 7th end.
They are.
But then a little tap back, and Quebec picks up a point. Move ahead 6-3.
It's a great save there from Brenda Nichols. She made a great run back on her first one as well to bail her team out, maintain a 3-point lead going into 8. They desperately need a win.
Attach more. The 7-8. Attach more. The 7-8.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Just 6.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Want some separation on these rocks so they'll take away the double.
Really cool.
It's normal.
Talked about Raylene Rock having some difficulties this afternoon. Allison Farrell is also not performing as well as she normally does.
Yep. Yep. Hard. Hard.
Will Raylene Rock get a pair?
Oh.
Wow.
We heard Lori say she just burnt the rock.
I don't know. I don't know.
See it move.
Did she touch
whatever you think, I don't know.
Did you see it? Maybe they can replay it for us.
I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I didn't think you burnt it, but.
Well, did she make contact with the stone? That's the question.
I just want to be honest.
Can we see a replay on that?
Yeah, she's looking at it.
Is that
Well, let's take a look at the replay. Did she touch the rock?
Yeah.
Oh, I think she did touch it with her brush. Yes, she did.
And that was her first reaction when it first happened. She said, "I think I burnt it."
Okay. I didn't see it. I didn't know it was up there.
And it did look as though she made contact when she slipped and fell with her brush on the stone. It really didn't alter the course of the rock at all, but it did result in contact when she slipped and fell. And we saw a game Manitoba was involved in last night where contact was made with the rock by the brusher.
I'll take a look at that red broom as she slips.
It's fine. See right there? No, it's right there. Yeah. Okay. I thought her broom did, but okay.
That is a burnt stone. It should be removed, and the rocks should go back to where they were before the rock was thrown.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they touched the running stone. What did you remove it and replace?
Yes.
It is up to the non-offending skip. That's why the official came and talked to Sandy Comeau, and she said, and he said, yes, she touched the running stone. Do you want the rocks replaced? It is up to her. And now the official has that little magnetic board that the on-ice observer, a volunteer at the back, has been keeping track of where the rocks were. On that little metal board, they'll have magnetic disc it'll be approximate where the rocks might have been before that hit was thrown.
That's okay for you?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's not quite right, but
okay? I
close
think it was
enough.
over a bit because it.
Yeah,
well,
maybe.
Was it easier double?
This one, yeah.
It was this one. Either this one was over or that one was over a bit. That looks better.
Okay, Mr. Comeau?
Yeah.
It's okay?
Yeah.
Fine?
Is that fine?
Time in, please. No.
Oh, yeah.
It
Well
was
into the blue.
Yeah, it's in like 4 foot.
Yeah, the top yellow stone was a little closer to the center line.
And then
there?
And
there
deeper.
they are. There. Read.
Is this third into the 4 foot?
The curlers are actually
This one is
looking
just
up the
biting.
Jumbotron to line it up, so this is a very helpful shot
Does that look
for the
right?
players.
Is that better?
Like a third or an quarter in on the 8 foot.
Excuse me. Are you happy with that?
Yeah.
You.
We were just looking at
You.
it.
So,
Yeah, actually, it's
Yeah, that's fine. It's a great shot. That's fine.
I don't think the official is using the Jumbotron. I think the official is using the magnetic board, and he's replacing.
Yeah, see, we're looking at it from up
yeah.
there.
Are you fine?
But you moved it
Okay,
back.
don't move it anymore.
But you moved it back out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's got to go back in the blue more.
No, if you see the center line, it's like about this far over into the center, about 6 inches from the center.
Cathy King is pointing up to the Jumbotron where
Yep.
our picture appears.
Okay.
Drives me nuts. The official should just look up at the Jumbotron. You know, this is he has the board, but we have it actually on the screen up top.
Guard.
And anyway,
But
at the end of the day, they have to be satisfied, both players, and
right, exactly, and.
we appreciate your help, Mr. Official, but look up.
Yeah, it's a relatively new advancement in technology in these arenas to have the Jumbotron, and the official knows his role, and that is he's supposed to, be out there. It is frustrating though when the two skips had agreed already on where those rocks should be.
Well,
unfortunately for Alberta,
Leave it.
that it did not alter the running
Well, make
path
sure
of the
it's
rock
over.
at all.
No, but again, it's part of the
that's
game.
part of the game.
It's part of the game, and good on Laurie Armistead. I touched that stone, and that's what we do as players. It's a courtesy. It's not a courtesy. It's if it happened to any competitive team out there, and there's not a team I know out there that wouldn't fess up and say, you know what, I touched that stone, and let's fix it.
I'm not so sure about your last comment there. There's not a team out there that wouldn't fess up.
No, you'd be surprised.
But
I mean, it's
99.9% will.
You know what? If you did it, and people found out, you would be absolutely blackballed in the curling world, and you would regret it longer than you would ever imagine.
It's the same as golf, where you call your own infractions, and the same applies in the sport of curling. We saw it last night, where Manitoba was able to steal two when Ontario just made contact with the brush on a running stone.
That's a good shot. Okay, that a girl.
That cleans out the front. Well, they've still got Laurie Armistead at 100%.
They don't have her stat for sweeping, though.
Don't lose any points for
it. Laurie, no one feels worse than Laurie does right now for burning that stone and turning things around in the sand.
Again, good chance here for New Brunswick as a result of that burn to put some pressure on Alberta.
Line's tight. One. Line's tight.
Stacy Leger having trouble with this intern all day as well. It is curling more. Just like Raylene's outturn seems to be getting started, and Stacy's is doing the same thing with her intern.
Let's check on unbeaten Saskatchewan against Prince Edward Island. Saskatchewan leading by a score of 7-2, playing the 7th end. A week of real struggle for Shelley Bradley. Nothing seems to be going right. The best she can do is pick up a single point with last rock on the 7th.
Hack, yep.
A situation for Prince Edward Island where Rebecca Jean McPhee calls the game and Shelley Bradley throws last stone. And Shelley Bradley was off to such a great start in this competition, 92% in her opening game, until she missed those shots at the end of the game.
last 2 takeouts, wide open takeouts, and hit and rolled out on both of them. And as you said, Don, playing 92%. Not only that, had a great season as well this fall when they put this team together and played really well. So the wheels are falling off a little bit for that PEI train.
And you can see it on the face of Shelley Bradley, too. She was so bubbly and vibrant coming into this competition.
Okay, good sweep, guys. Awesome. We have to hit this. Sweep in.
It was an interesting call there from Alberta. They were playing the top stone when you have a lead and there's a stone in the forefoot partially buried. Usually you take a quick opportunity to get it out of there, so you're going to have an easy shot on your last stone. But Cathy, again, remaining aggressive, trying to get rid of the top stone and keep the shooter.
If we just hit that, she's got the roll.
And Sandy Comeau, it's a good opportunity to play a guard here. Just throw one up front and take your chances.
On timeout.
Taking a risk.
They need to steal. Giving Cathy an easy one is not a great option right now.
Take timeout?
Yeah.
Time?
It's funny because they've been taking chances for the majority of this game, New Brunswick. It's funny that they would actually take the time to say, why, should we guard or not? Well, yeah, actually you're down, and how many opportunities are you going to have?
And I mean, that's what we're set up for, right?
I just need to set the good guards. It's hard this way.
She didn't get out to the room at all.
Yeah.
Like you were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just that's how much.
Yeah.
We have to be crisp on the shot so that we know where to put the.
We can afford to be like even just on sideline for sure.
Yeah.
Like
a hitter.
We're thinking we're going to.
Yeah.
That's what. Yeah.
If you hit this outside one, which is the other option, right? They're going to score 3.
I know. And then we can't get at it. That's what I say too.
Throw Syndergaard, it's not perfect. Big deal. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because we have 2 guards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Coach Charles Sullivan and 5th player Stacey Sampson
We'll make sure we take plenty because
conferring with Sandy Comeau.
Just the difference.
Charlie's former world junior champion and has been playing competitively for a number of years. And you get great advice that even if you don't make the center guard perfectly and you leave it partially exposed, so what? You go around on your next one and try to steal in. So good advice from the coach.
So if we want center, you show the other side instead of this side. Is that enough?
Oh yeah. Let's do it.
I don't think Sandy needed a lot of convincing either. I think her gut feeling was we should be throwing the guard. A little nervous about it, but
pretty perfect.
Wasn't hard to talk her into it.
Not too deep.
Charlie played 3rd for Jim Sullivan when they won the Canadian Junior Championship in 1987. 71% for King, 65% for Comeau to this stage of this 7th round game.
And that seems like a lot of ice, eh?
Again, guessing a little bit on the ice. Stacey, I think when Sandy came out for the timeout, talked about Stacey's being tight. She was way inside the broom, so she didn't get a good read on Stacey's guard at all.
No, they threw this shot several times though in the 5th end when they had a steal, and they should be familiar with this spot.
Yep.
Want to get it to the center line.
Yep. 2.
This looks pretty good.
You're fine.
Whoa. Whoa.
Good shot, Sandy.
Very nice.
Okay. Good call, guys.
Well, after suffering her first loss yesterday in the hands of Saskatchewan, it's been a good day for Kelly Scott of British Columbia. This morning, she defeated previously unbeaten Jennifer Jones of Manitoba. And this game against Kay Zink of Nova Scotia ends in a 7-2 triumph as they shake hands after 8 ends.
Why don't you throw this turn?
Well, because I want to come off the
Number 8. Okay. I think you can throw the other turn.
No.
You want the double?
Yeah.
This is not an easy peel. You can see the rocks in the house.
I just got to catch it. Well, if I catch it too thin, I'll miss this, hey?
She's trying to make the double.
But I think the most important thing is moving the 7. If we get this, it's great.
Rock is in
but
play.
peeling this is our number 1 priority.
But her goal
Is there any way to go like this at it?
is to come in
No,
here
we might
and
just
actually
worse.
kick
that's
this
more
other
danger.
yellow, the back end of this other yellow guard. That's why she's playing this turn.
You got this, Kath.
Probably like third of a rock, half
a rock. You want me to stand back there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good idea. You're playing the peel, but you're going to get back into the house so you can see the angle of those other red stones in the house. So if it's over curling, you know where the jam is. Basically, this is just a straight peel, Mike.
If there's any chance of jamming, I like just the straight peel.
Can we run it this way right through? Like yellow onto yellow?
If they're trying the double peel, I don't
You know
know whether
what,
they hit
though?
the
If
other
you
one
end up
first.
nosing it or something, then she's got to draw around for 2.
I think this is better.
Okay.
So are we doing a double?
Yeah, we're trying to double peel. Okay.
So almost kind of hit them, the one really thin first?
Well, actually about half a rock, third of a rock.
Okay, so peel, right?
Yeah.
Really, either rock, if they go for either rock, because there are other rocks in play, there is jam possibilities all over the place.
Yes!
Cathy King's first stone of the end.
Other way, whoa!
She moves the 2 yellows, but leaves her shooter, providing
a little
protection
tight,
for the
sorry.
shot rock.
And you heard her say she's just narrow right from the start. That wasn't the way that she wanted to hit that rock.
on you.
Yeah.
You would say, just as you mentioned, just watch the shooter, and it stays right there, and there's another great chance here for New Brunswick to throw a guard. It is the other guard, out-turn guard this time, and Cathy King will be forced to draw full 4-foot on the in-turn for her single point.
I hate to say it, things are looking like New Brunswick has something going for the last half of these games.
I still think the big mistake here from Alberta was on Laurie Armistead's first stone. They did not make a play on that stone in the 4-foot. They chose to hit the one at the top 12-foot, and now this is what they're paying for. Now they're going to be forced to outdraw the stone that they left.
Well, also the burnt stone, and there was they were coming up to. There was just a lot.
They had a chance to get out of the end, though. I mean,
right.
they would be trying to outdraw a stone at the top 12-foot now instead of one in the top 4-foot. When you got the chance to get out of trouble, take it, especially with a lead.
Whoa.
Okay.
Whoa.
This way.
Whoa.
As you can.
Yep.
Coming. Yep.
Hard.
One red rock provides protection for the shot stone. Comeau trying to put a yellow stone out there.
Whoa.
And she does.
Good guard.
Yeah, does
Good
its
throw,
job.
guys. Good throw, Sandy. You're lucky.
Not a lot of extra weight on that one.
407.
So there's not much left but to try and draw to the 4-foot for Cathy King.
Heavier than that.
Yeah.
That?
Keep the sweep working.
That worked. Good throw. Yep.
You got this, Kath. 70.
Touch more.
73.
This was an area
right
a couple of
to 4,
ends
guys.
back where her attempted guard
Didn't
draw nearly as much as she thought it would.
She's a little tighter in here this time, though. As long as she hits the broom, it should finish up nicely. We saw Sandy Comeau's guard curl right over to the center line. So it's a question of weight right here.
Needs full 4-foot.
Yep. Gotta go.
It's very makeable.
Help.
Not
Final
heavy.
stone of 7.
Help, Lori. We're good.
It needs some help.
Hurry.
All 3 brushes
We got
working
every
to
inch.
try and drag
Every
it
inch
full
hard.
4-foot to become shot.
right in.
To prevent a steal by New Brunswick, and
Whoa.
great
shot, Kath.
they have done the job as Cathy King with the final stone of end number 7 prevents a steal and picks up a single point for a 6-3 advantage.
Purex Ultra, our thickest, softest Purex ever.
A
wide stance keeps you steady on your feet. So mounting the shocks outside the frame widen the stance of the Ford F-150. It's the first pickup to do this. Good luck knocking this off its feet. We keep thinking about tough because we want you to drive a Ford.
Come try your first end.
I wasn't sure, but I tried it.
Your very first end.
We tried it.
You should try it.
Now we do it together. Get out.
Go curling.
It's so much fun!
Meet between the sheets. Be part of a tradition.
Be part of a team.
You don't know what you're missing.
You never forget your first end.
Your very first end.
Come play.
Discover curling.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
See you on the ice.
Get off your butt and go curling!
Hi, I'm Betty Hinton, Member of Parliament for Kamloops Thompson Caribou.
And I'm Jim Strauss, manager of the Strauss Herd Company.
We'd like to invite you to join us to attend the Strauss Canada Cup of Curling this March in beautiful Kamloops, British Columbia. Bring your skis and take a few runs at the Sun Peaks Resort.
Or bring your golf clubs and play our award-winning Kamloops golf courses.
Above all, enjoy watching the best curlers in the country at this year's Strauss Canada Cup of Curling.
Come join us in Kamloops.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts is coming to London's John Labatt Centre next February, and full event passes are on sale now. For the best seats in the house, you can call toll-free or order online. Come join us in the Forest City.
Canada's top women curlers. 12 teams. 1 champion. The battle for the Scott Tournament of Hearts. Coverage continues tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern on CBC Television.
Welcome back to Mile One Stadium. Let's update Quebec and the Yukon Northwest Territories. Monique Gagne with the final stone of end number 8 chips out the red rock belonging to Quebec to pick up a point. It's now 6-4, Quebec leading with 2 ends remaining. On the adjacent sheet, facing 2 with her final stone of end number 8, Stephanie Lawton makes no mistake. It doesn't need any help as it comes to rest in the 4-foot for a single point, and it's 8-3, Saskatchewan leading Prince Edward Island. One game complete. Kelly Scott of British Columbia, a 7-2 victor over Kay Zink of Nova Scotia. And Kay Zink this evening with a 2-2 record will go against 3-1 Jennifer Jones, the game you'll see on our digital network Country Canada beginning at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Here at 6-3, Alberta leading New Brunswick with 3 ends remaining. I mentioned earlier that only once has New Brunswick won the National Women's Championship. Alberta has won it 5 times. Cathy King in 1998, Suzanne Seitz in 1981, Myrna McQuarrie in 1977, Hazel Jamieson 1968, and Gail Lee in 1966. But only once has Alberta won the championship, when it was the Scott Tournament of Hearts.
And many people watching the competitive women's Bonspiel circuit this fall would have predicted that a team from Alberta would be definitely one of the favorites at the Scott Tournament of Hearts, because it was all Alberta women's teams winning all the money this year. On the circuit, Cheryl Bernard was one of the top money winners. Cathy King, Renelle Bryden.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that's a good shot.
It was Calgary and Edmonton.
Great way,
almost
Trace.
all of the events winning lots of money. So a really deep field of competitive women are coming out of Alberta the last couple of years.
Well, in the semifinal in the Alberta Playdowns, King defeated Renelle Bryden 6-5 on an extra end, and then in the final beat last year's Alberta champion Shannon Kleibrink by a score of 5-4.
Just an absolute great bunch of curlers. Renee Sonnenberg from Grand Prairie, the area where Desiree Robertson, our Canadian junior women's champion, is from. Another great great bunch of curlers.
I'm going to correct you in that. Joan Robertson was the runner-up of the Canadian Women's Championship.
Finalist
Junior Women's
is the word. Finalist.
Apologies to Andrea Kelly and her team.
Sorry, Andrea.
I think your sugar content is a little high.
Am I eating too many chocolates from New Brunswick?
It's normal. Yeah. 9.
Yes, Desiree Robertson went through the round-robin competition in Fredericton at the junior unbeaten and then lost the final to Clark, or Kelly, I should say.
Hard, Kath. Okay.
That's good.
That's a good shot, Ray.
It's another out turn from Raylene.
That's good.
It just seemed to be curling a little bit more than what she's used to.
Nice roll, Ray.
That's good, Ray.
Control. Yep. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard. Hard. Your leg.
No leg.
Okay.
That's good.
Pretty good spot, actually. Looking for the roll, but that's a good option as well. Difficult to remove for Alberta.
Okay.
Well, the attempt to remove could remove everything and then
Level
bring
12.
that corner guard into play.
8 foot.
Well, I think if I'm New Brunswick, I'm happy that Cathy's not making a play on it. She's drawing open here, and this will leave us a chance for New Brunswick to get a second stone into the rings.
There you go.
They need to score 2 or 3 points here
Okay.
with the hammer and 8.
6.
Who would love to score
Not curling, eh? Want to
more
take it
than
back?
one, certainly.
Go back.
Alberta is, as you said, taking a risk by putting
Think we're
another
there?
rock
We're back.
into the
we
rings
gotta go
instead
hard.
of
Hard, we
making
gotta
a
go
play
hard.
on the yellow star.
Hard. Right back, Trace. Come on.
Okay.
Okay, that's a good shot.
Shot, Ray, Jay.
Sandy Comeau can now freeze that stone, or she can tap her own yellow. Be a good call here, either one.
I like the freeze, and that's exactly what she's playing.
In-turn freeze to that red Alberta stone inside of the 8 foot.
8, 9. Line only. Yep. Line 9. Room. 9. It's 9.
We're calling out again the same number system that we've heard from the Furby team for a couple of years. 9 is back 8, 10 is back 12.
Okay.
I'm sure there are some viewers sitting there and wondering
Even if you're right over, that's fine.
what you two think might be the most difficult shot in curling. Is it a freeze?
Oh, I think
Are
the
those
perfect
right
freeze
even beside each other?
in these times when so many teams can throw the big weight accurately and pick you out. The perfect freeze with no line, no room in between, and perfect line, I think is the hardest shot.
As far as simple shots go, yes. I mean, when I say simple, I mean other than multiple raises and that sort of thing. But yeah, when you come down to hits, draws, that sort of thing, the freeze, because it's a combination of perfect line and perfect weight, and it's hard to get it right.
A roll to the button, partially protected.
Beth. Thought it was going to bust at the end.
Beth.
Sandy Comeau can just
Sorry,
tap
guys, I thought it was
back
gonna bust at the
shot
end.
stone, still
Good job.
setting up her
That's good.
her
I like the
deuce.
top button. Perfect, yeah.
Looking at a double raise and maybe roll or shooter behind the corner guard. There is a double
Gotta hit
possibility
half this.
of that stone on the button as well.
Okay.
She's elected to play the straight back raise and have hopefully her shooter will roll over into this area behind cover.
Tough shot.
It is.
Hard.
Interns have been moving all game for Stacy.
Hard.
Nose hit on the shot stone. And Alberta continues to lie two yellow rocks out in front now. And Cathy King wants a red stone to provide more protection.
Even if we're sitting on, like, just touching center, just overlapping that one. Yep. So 90. 95? I threw 95 for my last guard, but...
Yeah, 90.
Okay.
3.90 seconds, looking split time from back line to the first hog line.
Roll for line.
Okay, I got 75.
Line's good.
Line's
75 is what they
Line's
got, which
good.
means it's a little
Tracy,
heavier than
you
they're
gotta
asking
go.
for.
You gotta get to the center, guys. Gotta get to center.
Gotta get
half
half
center. Hardy, guys, every inch. Whoa, we're over. Whoa, it's gonna over curl. Whoa.
It's over.
Whoa. Stop.
That worked out pretty well.
That's not
It's
bad.
a good guard.
That's good, guys. Good sweep in.
I didn't think that was over curling it.
She's saying it's gonna over curl. I don't think it's gonna.
No, I just don't think she wants to show the back at all because it's a high guard.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to give him anything to roll it, so that's a good guard.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay,
Awesome.
good sweep, you guys.
Lori Armistead was 100% through 5. They've now got her at 96%
Or
through
feel it.
7.
Or play this.
Or bump the yellows.
Those are the options. Draw.
Gotta
But we
move
can't
something
use
for you.
those.
Down
Yeah, let's move
3
like
points.
this
I
here.
think they need to move their yellows
Yeah.
around. I don't think Peel's a great option, but I think they can
Just
possibly
off it.
split
Throw T-line.
these yellows, maybe roll one of them into this area, perhaps another one over into here,
Back
leaving
8.
Back 8, yeah.
some raise
I was gonna say, that's
possibilities.
Yeah.
Certainly those angles on those two yellows right now are not very conducive for any future shots right now.
Well, we have seen situations before in championship curling where teams with rocks in a similar position just tap them around a little, and a couple of shots later, all of a sudden they come into play big time.
Well, you need to have options, and I think right now New Brunswick doesn't have any that are very appealing.
It's over curling again.
Feather it over.
Right over,
and
Sandy.
It's fine.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
A couple of raise opportunities at the front there, and an in-off perhaps. At least they have some chances now.
And that just shows the experience of Sandy Comeau. She said she was calling to her sweepers not to sweep the advanced zone. Whoa, 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 I need to use that.
That works.
So leave it in front of the tee line.
You see, even
We
though
hit
Alberta's
this out,
lying 1
I
and
think we're
will
still
be lying
sitting
2,
2. Like
dangerous stones at the top 12 there for New Brunswick.
And then maybe we can do something.
Then we're just leaving her this, all right? Be fully buried after she hits
Well,
it.
do you like guarding there and leaving her this then? To sit 2, 3?
No, that's not good either.
I think we got to play this one.
I think Cathy's got to play this one. We got to be careful though, because we can't set up a double. If we roll
Okay.
in.
You got it, Kath.
Yeah.
You heard the concern. Cathy knows as soon as she plays this shot, New Brunswick's playing a raise on one of those top 2 stones, and they're going to be lying buried.
Could be, and
Come off her own down here, and
if she noses, there may be a double possibility as well
better take this out.
off of the shooter.
Pick it, just pick it.
Certainly a case of
Okay.
these 2 stones
You got it,
now
Kath.
coming into play for New Brunswick.
The call is to pick it, that is to hit and roll out. She knows that if she noses, that's just another option for New Brunswick to play a double.
Oh, no.
Lying 2 and nervous.
No.
Anything?
No. No. That's a good shot, Kath.
She cleanly picks the yellow stone out of there and rolls her shooter out.
Just kind of ran there.
Had her shooter remained, there was a double possibility from the stone she just threw.
Good.
Well, you know what? Look at this shot. Sandy Comeau makes this raise. Removes that stone from the top to the bottom. They'll have 3 in the rings.
Let's do it.
1 of them buried and 1 lonely Alberta stone out in the wings, and they're going to have a great chance of scoring 3 points here. Cathy King will be forced to make some sort of double to hold New Brunswick to 2.
Control.
And again, up 3. Several opportunities in that end to just kind of remove some yellow stones, and Cathy ignored them, and she may end up paying the price here.
It's down. Yep.
Trying to run her own back onto the shot stone. The first rock of this 8th end for Sandy Comeau. She had good touch earlier in this game on a couple of runbacks. And she's got it again.
Good throw, Sandy.
So Mike pointed out how those 2 rocks, when they were split off, could come into play. Let's check now on the game between Saskatchewan and Prince Edward Island. The 10th end. And the woes for Prince Edward Island continue as they go down to an 8-4 defeat.
Trying a split there for 2.
Final stone's not thrown as it's an 8-4 victory. Saskatchewan, 5 in a row now. Prince Edward Island now 0-4.
Cathy King making a good decision here. Instead of playing a double, she is playing an out-turn free, so that's stone at the top 4 foot, and very little other choice here. Tried to hold New Brunswick to possible single, but said Sandy Comeau will have a shot for 2. It'll be likely a tap or a wide draw. But a lot of trouble here. More trouble than she was hoping for with the 3-point lead for Alberta.
Clean. And this has to be good. If she's light, it's not good. And if she rolls off.
She's really close to the guard.
Is she going to get past the red stone?
Now
no, she's all over it.
Rolling for a guard on that lonely red stone.
And it did roll somewhat, but it should be partially exposed, if not fully exposed on the out-turn side.
Just absolutely warped.
There's a good look. Should definitely finish out there. We've seen good movement on this out-turn side.
She could get 4.
Do it, Sandy.
Halfway down, it just took off.
Just have to question the strategy, though, of Alberta. I mean, again, we talked about it 2 times in that end. They had a chance to remove New Brunswick stones and played guards or freezes. And again, 3-point lead in the 8th end. No need to take those kind of risks. Great chance here for Sandy Comeau.
What about that ice? Okay, just gonna throw just a little bit more. Same ice.
Okay.
Easy 3, tough 4. Needs to miss that guard fairly closely to have the shooter stay.
She was talking, letting her know how much weight she's going to throw. Her last one was very soft, so she can anticipate the curl at the end.
Final stone of end 8, an opportunity for New Brunswick to lead for the first time. But it has to curl.
Come down. Come down. Curl. Curl.
Is it going to bend enough to make contact? I don't think so.
Stacey, hard.
It's going to slide harmlessly by, so it's a steal, or a pickup, I should say, of 1 for New Brunswick. They had the chance for 4.
Bullet dodged.
And Cathy King, I think, is quite relieved that she dodged a big bullet here in 8 and still leads by 2.
They say football is a game of inches. I wish we had inches.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts, proud sponsor of women's curling for 24 years.
Tim Hortons Briar rolls into Regina next March, but only 2006 full event passes are on sale at the Agrodome box office. And when they're gone, they're gone. On February 24th, you can purchase in person, by phone, or online. So remember, February 24th, 10 a.m.
Up here, just about everything seems larger than life. The prairie, the sky, even our animals. And when someone comes by our true value with a problem, large or small, they know they've come to the right place.
True Value, official hardware supplier to Championship Curling.
The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway.
Wherever business takes you, Best Western is there. Best Western, the world's largest hotel chain. Now featuring free high-speed internet access at most hotels. Visit bestwestern.com for locations.
This is Wonderland, Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
When Canadians want to know the whole story, they turn to CBC News, bringing you the Canadian perspective. The source, Canadians trust. CBC News, The National, with Peter Mansbridge, weeknights at 10.
On end 8, a great opportunity missed for Sandy Comeau and her New Brunswick team. She had a chance to take the lead for the first time. She had a tough out-turn takeout, but she had room to make it.
It wasn't tough for 3. I mean, she missed the guard there by over a foot and just tapered by the red one. But as you mentioned, Cathy and King and her team are breathing a huge sighs of relief there. They dodged an enormous bullet.
If she caught a piece of the red stone, she would have scored 3, and it would have been a tie game. Had she been able to hit and stick, she had a chance for the 4 to take the lead.
You get very few opportunities like that against big teams, and you hate letting those opportunities slide by.
Well, those opportunities were created by Cathy King's Alberta team making choices on not playing defensively. They're trying to stay aggressive on the offense, and they're leaving rocks in play that I think a lot of other teams would be peeling.
Okay, guys. Top 12, top 8.
Whoa, if you can.
7. Whoa. 6. Whoa, 5. It's coming down hard. How's line?
Hard for line.
It's coming down hard, Cav.
Hard, 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 hard.
It's going to be wide open on the other side. Whoa, whoa. Let's just leave it top then. Whoa, whoa.
It's a great shot.
It's in.
It's going to be
That's a
dead
great
buried.
shot, Chase.
Top 8.
Great weight.
Coming out the other side a little bit.
It's again, the key there is keeping the stone in front of the tee line. Top 8 foot's perfect spot.
During the break, Team Alberta got together and was talking about what are they going to do in this end, turn things around, the momentum around a little bit. Tracy Bush was a little bit confused with some of her rocks, why some of them are going straight and some of them are curling, and the team was talking about perhaps the ice is starting to fudge a little bit, and that is some curling jargon. And that is late in the game down the slide path.
Hard for line, hard for line, hard,
The
hard,
ice
hard,
loses
hard.
its pebble,
Hard,
and the
guys,
rocks slow down
hard,
quickly
hard,
and curl more when they hit that part.
We've seen
Try,
actually
Sandy.
on this sheet too, we've covered the sheet a couple times, and the teams have always seemed to struggle with the rocks on sheet A for whatever reason. We haven't seen that quite as often on the other sheets.
Got this, Trace.
But you know, there are always a number of reasons why rocks do what they do.
I thought you were going to refer to Laurie Armstead's comment, but I promise I won't hit another running rock.
Yeah, they were doing a little pep talk, and she's got a great sense of humor.
I promise.
I promise.
Yeah. It's a good shot. Great sweeping.
2 games complete on this 7th draw. Saskatchewan over Prince Edward Island 8-4 to remain unbeaten. And BC 7-2 over Nova Scotia.
Close.
Kelly Scott now 4-1.
Oh. Close, close, close. No. Yep, 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 yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Super shot.
Nice.
Good. Throw, Al.
Once again, there's not a lot of choices for New Brunswick here. They're down 2 without last rock. Should we take a risk or not? It's all about going for the steal.
Okay.
And that's
even if we
again,
split
it's a
ours.
relaxed place
Yep,
to be,
that's
right?
That's not
it's
the
just
worst.
we're going hard for the steal, and you know, any points
And
scored
we'll
here
move.
for Alberta will basically put the game out of
Close line.
reach, barring you know, what we saw last end. But you know, I think they can be as aggressive as they choose to be here in New Brunswick.
Alberta's choosing to play the rock in the house, which is a more difficult shot than playing the peel out front.
It is a very dangerous stone, though, that it is touching the button.
Raylene Rock gets enough of it to move it out of the rings, and the shooter will just roll out as well.
That's a good shot.
That is a great
That
shot.
one in,
That was a
Cathy?
tough shot.
No. Great shot, Ray.
I think it was curling, and then it just kind of went.
Really?
Yeah.
There. Little Barry.
Yep.
Alberta has the evening draw off. Tomorrow they play Newfoundland and Yukon and the Territories. New Brunswick is back in action this evening, taking on Team Canada at 7:30.
7.
Yep.
Just line.
Room. Room's close.
It's coming 7-8.
Whoa, then. Whoa, a lot of room. Got room. Room. Lot of room. Yep.
The nice thing for Cathy King, even though she's 1-3, she's already played Saskatchewan, BC, and Team Canada, and that's a very difficult start here for Cathy King and her team, and it'd be great to get again another win here, 2-3, and
No, you got
not
half
that
of
nice,
it.
and not we talked about this, not that their teams are easy, but certainly
Yeah,
they don't
just
have the feared reputations of some of the front-running
so,
teams,
don't you?
and once they get on a
Get the
roll,
right weight.
you know, tend to build some momentum as they get going through the week here.
And those three teams you mentioned are still on the schedule of New Brunswick.
Okay, this is board. Board. No, nothing. No, nothing yet.
We got board, Kath.
Okay, Lori, roll it.
Okay.
And again, Alberta is
Great job,
successful
Ray.
in
That's
removing
okay.
the New Brunswick stone. Let's check on
Nice
action
shots,
in
Ray.
Sheet B. Quebec and the Territories and Yukon. And this is Brenda Nichols. And this Quebec team has had some tough luck this week. They've been in all their games right to the final stone. Here, Brenda Nichols on the 10th end is going to remove any hopes that the Territories had of staging a comeback, and it goes into the books as a 7-4 victory for Quebec over the Territories. 8-4 Saskatchewan over Prince Edward Island, 7-2 BC over Nova Scotia. This is the only game still in progress. Alberta leading New Brunswick 6-4, playing 9.
Really dislike the call there by New Brunswick. What are they doing hitting when you're trying to steal? They got a guard out front. And if I was Alberta, I'd be peeling that center line guard right now.
I like the hit.
I would too, and we talk about this all the time with at strategy
do.
sessions, different teams. When is it a good time to peel? As soon as you have rocks behind the tee line and generally out of the 4-foot, get up there, rip that center guard out of the play, and you're going to have an easy shot on your last stone. Right now, that center guard is hurting Alberta. That stone at the back 12-foot should not come into play at any time.
Yeah, with last rock, you should be able to outdraw that.
Exactly right. I mean, this is doing nothing for Alberta here in the 9th end.
The thing I'm most surprised about is no one on the team has questioned this call.
Great sweep, guys.
Great job, Lori. Great
Sandy,
sweep.
happy to. Okay, that's great. We're still going around the center guard.
Great sweep. Okay.
And now by sticking around on the back of the house with that red stone, as you can see, so when New Brunswick does put a rock in the 4-foot and it might not curl quite enough, they could jam it back on that one too when Alberta tries to remove it.
7-8.
You know, even coming up short here, still you got a double center.
Line's
And,
tight.
really no
Line's
trouble.
tight. Line's really tight. Hard.
It's coming down.
Whoa. Yeah.
You bump the stone out in the open, your shooter stays buried. You know, it's fine. You got a tap opportunity on your own stone. The red stone's exposed.
Second. It's a little dangerous, don't you think? Yeah, I like that. Are we sitting 2 right now?
No. No, this is second, I said.
Oh, that's what she said.
Right there.
Okay. 80 or 75?
Well, as opposed to her other calls, this one, I think she's forced now to play this
I
shot
don't think
into
a
the top
bump
of the
would kill
equipment.
us either, though. Like short's not good.
Short is good or no?
Not good.
Okay.
Not
So
good.
70, 75.
Yeah. You know it, Lauren.
I still like the peel here.
Yeah, you know, you're still gonna, your shot will be open on your last shot, right?
Absolutely. Or have a double on the top.
Where's that?
Yes,
Needs
the
to go.
line.
You gotta go, you guys, then. Line's great. Tracy.
Whoa, line's good.
Tracy.
Whoa,
Line's
if you can.
great.
Whoa, if you can.
Line's great. It's gotta be in there.
Where is it?
I gotta get it in.
3, 4.
Whoa, whoa, it's got a curl.
You want it second shot?
Whoa.
Yep.
Gotta go.
Yep.
Good shot.
And it is second shot. But now the tap
Okay,
back.
good sweep, you guys. Way to go. Are we second now?
Yeah. Yep.
The bump. So I had you there.
I don't think Sandy cares at their second shot. I think she's still going to be playing this tap back, and they said it's going to get messy here for Alberta.
Straight in, maybe? You need back 4 weight, right? Yeah.
Just looking to tap this rock
go,
back
Sandy.
into this area, leaving the shooter right there, and shot stone there.
Well, I'm sure, and correct me if I'm wrong in this, but Comeau has to be thinking, I don't care how many red stones are in there, if I don't get the shot stone and steal one on this end, I'm out of the game anyway.
Should get us to the tee?
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if she gives up 1 or really, or 3 or 4. She knows that she's going to be hard pressed to win this game, so why not go really hard for the steal?
Trailing by 2. Skip stones to come here on 9. Trying to tap back on her own to become shot.
Line's tight. Line's tight.
And this is a shot
Yep.
she has been
Hard.
very good
Yep.
at in this game.
Line. Hard.
It's not heavy.
Where is it? Hard. Yep. Hard. Yep. Hard, 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 hard.
Has she got enough to push it back?
Hard. Hurry. Right up. Right up. Right up. Hard, 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 hard. Hurry. Hard.
Okay.
Great
Not
line.
quite enough weight.
Just a little bit light.
Good try. Yeah. I like that.
Or are we leaving or something then doing this?
We can always call a timeout.
Alberta has to think, what is the easiest shot for Sandy Comeau to force me into a difficult shot on my last one?
We should maybe call a timeout.
Okay.
Tapping your own red stone back does
Time
not
out.
hurt Sandy Comeau again on these 2 stones over on the right side of center.
Randy Olson
I think we got to do that.
is going to come out along with 5th player Beth Iskew.
Well, she's got this one. She's got the 2, though.
What do you mean?
Well, to come in and tap it, like to hit this one out and be sitting shot. Then I guess we just hit that in. What else do we like? Do we like going to the wing here and being second shot?
No, we gotta do something with this.
Okay. What do you guys like? Do you like the tap?
I like the top.
We tap it right to here.
I think even there isn't bad, Cathy.
Yeah.
Right
Then
there.
it prevents her from. These aren't lined up the greatest for them.
Because then
these
she's
2 rocks.
like I think right
What do
here.
you guys like? I don't mind the tap.
How
It's at the guard too. Well, then they got a double.
how far do you think we should
Right
tap
here.
it?
Right here. If she flips the guard off.
Yeah.
Top 4? Yeah.
What's
I
that?
think you tap it to top 4. Because she's got to play the number. If we tap it to top 4, she's got to play the 2, and she's only got this much of it.
I like tapping.
Well, the only problem with that is you might tick that one open.
No. Just a bump. Like just top 4 weight.
It'll work
like
in
that?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was in really good.
I think we got to try and get to as much as nose as possible. What do you think? Get to as much as nose as possible? Okay.
Okay, this is where I gave you for that. So, geez, is it going to work or not? I don't know. I think we can afford to be, we can't hit the guards, so.
No, that's right.
Let's stay out here, make sure.
Okay, you got this, Kath. Straight up.
Looking for a little tap on this stone into the 4-foot area. They looked about throwing it as close to nose as possible. If it was me, I would try to maybe
65.
slide it in behind that yellow stone, actually.
Let us know the line.
And try to take away the sharp tap that they've
some
got
teams
on
will
that
run, though, so
second stone, the one that's
you
at the
never
top
know.
8 foot.
Yeah, sometimes they have.
But, you know, they're in, it's a
So
more
just let us
difficult
know.
situation than it needs to be right now because of the way they've played this end strategically. But, you know, good execution here will certainly make things very difficult on New Brunswick.
Given the situation, this is the call, though. I think this is the right call of all her options right now.
Got lots of line. Lots
Cathy
of
King
line.
has last stone on this
Whoa, if you
9th
can.
end.
Whoa, we got lots of line. We're not on
She
it
leads
yet.
by
Whoa.
2. She's lying 1.
It's coming now. It's coming now. Yep. 5. Whoa. Yep. Whoa, if you can. 5. Okay, yep. Hard. Oh, great shot.
She taps it back to be second shot.
Great job, Kathy.
And
That is a
now
very good
what
shot.
does
That's a
New
great
Brunswick
shot,
do?
Kath.
Well, they're
yeah.
hard pressed.
Well, all they have left is the draw to the back 4 around their own Yellowstone, hoping that it'll hook past the Yellowstone that is the top 8 foot. So you're not going for T-line here, you're going for back 4 and force Cathy King to make a draw.
What happens if we do the same
back.
thing? If we hit the 2?
Nice thing for Alberta, that stone that Cathy King tapped back is slightly behind that yellow New Brunswick stone, and there's no opportunity for a raise on that stone at the top 8 foot.
Back 4.
Okay.
We think this is the only shot that she has. She has to come very, very tight by
That's all I got, I
that
think.
guard.
I think so.
And just hope that she has the weight in it. It curls, it just takes a little hook at the end and to turn.
It's going to be very difficult to get it more
Yeah,
than
that's not fair
half
anyway.
buried. Say this is they only have about 2 feet of room to
sideways.
work with, 3 feet of room to work with, past that stone at the top 8 foot.
I think it is too.
I don't think there's anything on the top here.
Not well for us to
Well, either
move
that or,
anything.
you know, possibility of elimination, but
We got to go for it. Draw. Yeah.
the only thing back.
Back of the buck.
Yeah. Hope that she misses her draw.
Well, it's going to come in there at the end. You're going to be half buried. It's not going to hope for a miss. She's going to have a tough shot.
Yeah.
You just have to, you just got to get there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've drawn that way already. Been doing this way all the time.
Yeah. Yep, let's do it.
Be afraid of it. Good shot you got.
Well, Comeau needs a pistol here with her final stone of this 9th end. If she doesn't make it, Cathy King probably won't have to throw her final rock.
Well, she'll be up at least 4
So,
coming home.
We need to get on that hill.
Now the question for Sandy is where do you put the broom, but also as a sweeper, I gotta tell you, these are one of the hardest shots to sweep. Because you know you gotta get back there so that you can get a little curl by the guard. But what if you sweep it too much and it slides through the 4 foot and then Cathy King just has a nice little draw with backing for her 3 points. So it's a lot of pressure on Sandy Comeau to throw it, and equal amount of pressure on the brushers to put it right.
Yeah, it's interesting in arena ice in this situation now. Like the sweepers can control the rock early. You know, keep it clean, because what you really want to do is have this rock ride, and then finish hard at the end. So, as you say, you got to almost judge it early, keep it out there early, and then let it break on its own to finish. But it's so hard to judge, so hard to judge.
Well, Sandy Comeau has to come up with a great shot here, or this match is over.
Hard line! Hard for line!
Ah, just
Hard! Yep!
It's already gone.
It's like it's got something under it.
Well, they think it might have picked.
Yep. Hard, guys, hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Plan C, maybe you get.
Still
Try,
2
Sandy.
red.
Just like it had something.
Yeah, it didn't react properly.
Well, we have to be full 8. Like we have to be.
Well, it's a bad break.
From
But
there.
it's certainly not in the scope
Okay.
of that Newfoundland pick we saw the other day. That was a very, very difficult shot, and Sandy Comeau had. You make that shot, 1 in 10 times. That was almost impossible.
And we did see that spot out there on that in-turn when Cathy King earlier this game got a little farther out into the 12-foot and it rode out on kind of like a side of a hill out on that in-turn side. And then when it gets curling off of there, it's going to go really hard.
We need a nibble of the 4. Pretty close.
Yeah.
Just a little better than full 8, actually. It's actually there's lots of room there to make draw for 3.
Well, this is the happy draw. Guaranteed 2. You're going to be up 4 at least coming home. This is a no pressure kind of draw for Cathy King.
Well, I thought if Sandy Comeau didn't make the shot, she might just say, don't even bother throwing because
what do you got?
We're going to be down 4 heading.
Well, they've come back big before.
Line's great, all yours.
That's right.
All yours.
They wouldn't have that opportunity for 4 in the 8th end, maybe.
Line's great. T-line only. T-line only. We can't be deep. Only T-line. Take a look. Take a look. Whoa. Whoa. Take a look. It's deep.
This is her last shot.
I know, but we can't be deep.
And
good shot.
Atta girl.
Cathy King draws for a 3rd point, and that is it.
Good luck to you.
5 up
Good luck to you.
with 1 end remaining and time to shake hands
Good luck to you.
as New Brunswick congratulates Cathy King and her Alberta teammates. A big win for Alberta, 1998 champion, now at 2 and 3, and New Brunswick at 2 and 2.
Good job, guys. Nice game.
In some families, the skill of the game is passed down from generation to generation. Strauss Heart Drops, an herbal dietary supplement based on 8 generations of herbal knowledge. Our largest Heart Drop sale of the year is on now at a health food store near you.
The world's best curlers are coming to Victoria. Now there are new ticket packages ranging from 2 days to 4 days and priced from just $75. Call toll-free or online at FordWorldCurling.com.
This is where the world will rock, Victoria.
They say football is a game of inches. I wish we had inches.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts, proud sponsor of women's curling for 24 years.
The Strauss Herb Company manufactures a full line of herbal dietary supplements based on traditional European recipes. Our biggest Strauss Heart Drop sale of the year is on now at a health food store near you.
Curling. With every game played, your contact to the world expands. With over 1 million participants utilizing 1,100 clubs across the country, curling is an entertaining, social way to stay active. Play for fun, play to win, or just come out and enjoy the membership benefits. Clubs can be assisted by the Canadian Curling Association's Development Fund, which serves to promote, renovate, and offer advice on operations. Get involved. Join a club near you today. It has lifetime value.
Dumping retired Canadian ships onto the foreign shores of third world countries.
It's a money-driven business.
The dangers of stripping these highly toxic ships and the environmental impact. Wednesday at 9 on CBC News, The Fifth Estate.
Canada's top women curlers. 12 teams. 1 champion. The battle for the Scott Tournament of Hearts. Coverage continues tomorrow, 12:30 Eastern on CBC Television. This is Wonderland, Tuesday at 9 on CBC.
Cathy King's name is on the Scott Tournament of Hearts as the 1998 champion, and she keeps alive her hopes of engraving her name on there again with her 9-4 win over New Brunswick this afternoon. She is now at 2-3. Quebec won its first 7-4 over the Yukon Northwest Territories. Saskatchewan still unbeaten. 8-4 over Prince Edward Island, and the Islanders are looking for their first win. British Columbia, a big day for Kelly Scott, her second straight win, 7-2 over Kazink of Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia and Manitoba are game tonight on Country Canada.
Hey, so what do you want to do for lunch? Thinking soup or sandwich? Sandwich, that's good.
No, that's not enough. You boys must have proper lunch. Hearty soup and sandwich together. That's proper lunch, okay?
It's the complete lunch that satisfies.
So, soup and sandwich at Tim's? Sounds good.
Tim Hortons ham and Swiss sandwich on a toasted bun. And our new creamy field mushroom soup in a combo, just $6.49.
Ever notice the way guys love to use their Karcher? Is it because of Karcher's German engineering, incredible features, exceptional styling? It's because Karcher really cleans. Karcher invented the first household pressure washer and sells more of them worldwide than anybody else. Karcher is also the world leader in commercial and industrial cleaning equipment. Everyone loves their Karcher. Can you blame them? Trust Karcher. You'll look for things to clean.
The Canadian Curling Association appreciates, understands, and wishes to acknowledge the importance of local sponsorship to curling teams across Canada throughout the curling season. In an effort to recognize local corporate support of teams which have achieved the privilege of representing their province or territory at a Canadian Curling Championship, we are pleased to provide some deserving profile to their respective corporate supporters.
5 days. 5 panelists debate. 5 great books.
There was no hope for these characters. A book that could have a depressing overtone just drove me insane.
She can slice your throat with a smile.
Oh, I'm sorry, are we talking to me?
Yes, we are.
Only one will survive. Canada Reads. This week at 11:30 on CBC Radio 1.
Everybody's saying something that's going to be a little hot.
We talked about the youth movement at this year's Scott Tournament of Hearts, and 3 former junior champions leading the way. Stephanie Lawton, a perfect 5-0 record. Kelly Scott of BC, Jennifer Jones of Manitoba, each with 1 loss, and another former junior champion. But a few years back, Kazink of Nova Scotia at 2-2. Prince Edward Island, Rebecca Jean McPhee still looking for her first win. Tonight, we've got Manitoba and Nova Scotia. Alberta 9-4 today over New Brunswick.
Elevating the new Ford 500 means raising the seats for a better view of the road. It means as much room in the back as in the front. It means taking the sedan to a whole new level. The new Ford 500. We keep thinking about what a sedan should be because we want you to drive a Ford.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts is coming to London's John Labatt Centre next February, and full event passes are on sale now. For the best seats in the house, you can call toll-free or order online. Come join us in the Forest City.
back pain, it can affect more than your back. Robax Platinum, a special combination of 2 active ingredients, one to relieve back pain, the other to relax tense back muscles. Robax Platinum, helping you walk away from back pain.
Mine's great.
The roar you hear is 20 of Canada's top women's and men's teams competing for the right to represent us in Italy in 2006. And no city in Canada roars more than Halifax.
Draw 8 tonight on CBC Country Canada. K's Inc. of Nova Scotia against Jennifer Jones of Manitoba. It begins at 6 Eastern Time. And you can access Country Canada by calling your local television service provider for more information, or you can call 1-866-306-4636 7 days a week to find the provider in your area. Phone lines are open from 7:30 to 8. That's Nova Scotia, Manitoba, tonight on CBC Country Canada at 6 Eastern Time.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts on CBC. Brought to you by Cashmere from Cottonelle Bathroom Tissue. Now quilted to be irresistibly soft.
When we set out to replace Cottonelle with an even better Cottonelle, we asked women, what could be softer than cotton?
Flannel.
Silk.
Cashmere.
Oh my. Introducing new Cashmere from Cottonelle, now quilted to be irresistibly soft.
The Scott Tournament of Hearts on CBC. Brought to you by Ford, built for life in Canada. By Karcher, you'll look for things to clean. And by Tim Hortons, toasted ham and Swiss and soup combo.
Seven draws are in the books, and one of the pre-competition favorites, Stephanie Lawton of Saskatchewan, leading the way, a perfect 5-0 record. A big win today for Cathy King, the 1998 champion from Alberta, as she wins 9-4 over Sandy Comeau of New Brunswick. Her record now 2-3. A reminder tonight on Country Canada, 2 former junior champions, Jennifer Jones of Manitoba against K's Inc. of Nova Scotia at 6 Eastern Time.
CBC Sports, Canada's Olympic Network.
When Canadians want to know the whole story, they turn to CBC News.